Matt Ushman. Matt Ushman? Can't kick this cold, man. What's our delay tonight? All right, we got beer. And we got tea. We got tea beer. Tea bag beer. No brewing in the house, man. First Braj here. What's going on, Noam? How are you, Braj? Uh-oh. Kill this. How we living, Noam? Thanks for being here last night. Village Idiot, let's go, man. Thursday night. It's Captain TJ in the house, man. Noam, first on the mic tonight. Good, and the chat's finally showing up in red. I can't control that. It's just random. What up, Connor Robinson? What's going on, Braj? Noam, we got to get you back on, man. I'm glad you caught the last video, and I didn't throw those bottles away, man. Those are cool style bottles. Heavy, expensive, like the European stuff. Earthbound again, man. What's going on? Yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we got a young pup, YouTuber, brewtuber in the house tonight. He's hanging out in the green room. I just talked to him. We just did a sound check, and sounds great. Sounds really good. Shout out to everybody that's here right now. Last night was really fun. Last night was a lot of fun. When I planned this stream out, this is kind of how I wanted it to be like that. Last night was exactly like that. What up, Tom Mellon? What's up, Brunch? Village Idiot, man. Thanks for being here. Good job to you last night. Good job to you, Gnome, Captain TJ, Connor Robinson. Earthbound again. It's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Let us know what you're drinking. I'm drinking tea, and I'm drinking my pseudo lager that I did with Trent. Try not to spill it on the keyboard. Beer me too. Cheers, everyone. Ryan, Ruan, McKenna, holla from Australia, man. Cheers from San Diego, Braj. You've old school SNS, yeah. All right, we got two Australia in the house. What's going on, John Carter, man? Cheers. So what happened last night? We what did we do? What did we not do? We were hanging out with really quick big shout out to Brian from Short Circuited. That was fun. He was on for a couple hours. And then Just Brewing came on for about an hour and a half after that. And he got a lot of love. Shout out to anybody in the chat that supported Just's channel. And I think we started out at 480 subscribers. And then by the end, it was well over 500. So that's a solid milestone, man. Shout out to you guys for helping Just kind of get going and keep him putting out content because it pushes beer. It really does. Doesn't matter how big or small you are. And thank you for the recent support. I looked at the chat last night, and we got up to 99 viewers at one point. Last night, peak viewership was 99. So the quest for 100 will continue, man, but it'll be chill. What up, Theron? What's going on, Braj? Tom Mellon, got my Lutra Marzen in hand. Sounds delicious. Yeast in the Braj, man. Cheers, buddy. A lot of Texas in the house last night. Connor Robinson, it's 11:30 in Melbourne. Bro, do I deserve a beer? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, man. It's beer 30 in my world all the time. Drinking my Kona Big Wave Clone, 4.9%, not too shabby. Shout out. Clam chowder. Shout out. Shout out to Captain TJ, man. Matt Ushman. I'm going to pull him in here in about 5 minutes. I don't really have too much written down. Just want to hang out with Matt. He seems like a cool dude. Get some beers going tonight. This is my last beers until my race on Sunday. So let's have a good hangout. Are these working?
Back off.
Yes, they are. Straighten these out. We're here. It is Thursday, and we're chilling, man. Matt Ushman, I'm going to pull you in right now. Oh, sorry. I forgot to do this last night. Big shout out to last night's super chatters, man. Much appreciated. Alyaz Mohamed, Goosefraba, you're a Braj. Tman, a.k.a. Tito. I'm not going to say his first and last name. I'm going to say his first name. Tito. Thanks, Braj. Thanks, Tman. HunterHenderson, Theron. Thanks for the love, Braj. AustinMaddox, Scooby-Doo 50, Brandon Chamberlain, RyneGade, Clawhammer. Clawhammer was here last night, and they hooked it up, man. Christmas came early. Hanukkah came early. Rob Barnes, man, much love. Brandon McMillan, Robert Gonzalez, Derek AyCock, and last but certainly not least, Richard McDonald, man. Thanks for the love. It allows me to, helps me do this stuff full time, man. Thank you, Goosefraba. He's here. Dan Diego, the Round Table of Brajes. Jules Gaymar, man. Good to see you, Braj. I fell asleep. 3 a.m. comes early, but the mandatory beer chug wakes you right up. That's exactly right. We got 21 people here right now, and let's go ahead and get the fresh blood in here. I've got a link to his channel. How many subscribers does he have right now? How many subscribers does he have right now? Matt's channel is at 420, 421. I'm going to write that down. No, I'm not, because I don't have a pen. 420, I should remember that. 420. No brewing. I'll be in and out tonight. Got to drink some beer with my pops. Be back in a bit. Sounds fun, man. Sounds like a blast. All right, let's get him in here, man. I'm going to summon the barrage. 420, man. What happened? Okay, let's go to Discord, and let's go ahead and pull Matt in here. Matt, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I'm pulling you in, Barrage. Here we go. We're going to go to, it's not browser source, it's window source. Can you hear me okay? What up, Hunger Force Beats? Okay, let's go to, not John Tonimo, Matthew Ushman. Looking good, man. What camera are you using?
It's the Logitech C9 something.
That's what I got.
Just the basic 1080p.
Right on, man. That's what I'm rocking with, dude. What's going on, man? Tell us where you're from and what's going on.
Yeah, so thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Fan, and
appreciate that.
I've been for around 8 years. I'm from Michigan, Metro Detroit area. So I have a YouTube channel called Trouble Brewing with Matt Ushman.
Did you just change that name?
I did, yeah. I thought I'm trying to brand better. I figured my full name isn't good for branding, so I figured maybe just coming up with like a brand name might be a little better. So
that's cool.
Brewing actually comes from old school RuneScape. I don't know if you've ever played RuneScape before, but it's actually a mini game from old school RuneScape that I came up with that name. But
I like it,
yeah,
nonetheless.
So it's Trouble Brewing now. I've been uploading for a year, but more seriously the last 6 months. So and I brew on Clawhammer brew bag. So I've been brewing on that for probably a year. Yeah.
Right on, man. Yeah, Clawhammer was here last night. They were I think it's gonna always be Kyle for the most part. Are you stoked to are you pretty stoked with their system? I know it's top of the shelf stuff.
Yeah, I'm a real big fan of it. I did a lot of research on other electric brew bag systems, and I thought what they offered, the modular system, I thought it would work for me, and it has. It's been going great. So
good.
I actually have a review on my channel on the Clawhammer system, so it's been really good, man.
Good, man. I'm glad. Those are it's a tough thing that they do over there, man. You know, having a YouTube channel and also doing a brand like that. I couldn't imagine. I really could not. And I don't even have an employee. So shout out to them. And it was cool to see him in the chat last night. Good to see Kyle in there, man. His audio is a little more quiet than yours. I can go ahead and pull that up right now. Matt, can I get something?
Yeah. Do you want me to move the mic closer, or I can speak
I turned it up on my end to 100%. How are we doing right now? Captain TJ, Mike Sweeney, what's up, man? What up, Braj? Love the content. I love comments like that, man. Thank you, Mike Sweeney. Deadmo, chilling like a villain. Hell yeah. Yeast and the Beast, is everyone chilling? So what made you start wanting to do YouTube, man? Or start filming brew days?
Yeah, I just thought it would be fun. I like the hobby, and it's honestly forced me to start paying attention to my brew days.
Yeah. Make you better brewer.
I used to just brew randomly. So I used to just brew randomly, not really take any notes, and not really take it all too seriously. But since I started the channel, I made the basement brewery down here, and I've been taking it more seriously. It's forced me to really break down my recipes and talk about my tasting notes at the end of each brew day. So it's hopefully it's going to make me a better brewer. That's the end game. But also it's good to, the homebrew community seems to have a really nice community.
It is rad. It's the best community because we're small. So if you're small, you're closer and you can reach out to people. There's some scumbags, not scumbags, but there's some shitheads in BrewTubers that I don't like when people don't write back and on YouTube comments and stuff like that. But to each their own. I think BrewTubers like myself get rubbed the wrong way. Like if I give somebody love and say great video or something like that, and they don't write me back, I get kind of butthurt. But I just think you should write everybody back because I'll say it once, I'll say it again. You could learn more from a comment section than an actual YouTube video alone. And it's good to see kind of those threads going and people go back and forth and talk about the do's and the don'ts. So,
yeah, I haven't encountered any trolls or anything like that.
I'm going to troll you later now. I'm gonna create a fake account and get you later, man.
Yeah,
You think I'm
welcome
kidding?
it.
No, I'm kidding, man. Trolls are good. It helps out with the algorithm, and
Sure, I bet.
yeah, and YouTube does a great job filtering stuff out. I mean, if anybody comes in with some racial slur, homophobic slur, or something,
Oh yeah,
they'll
yeah.
just
I haven't
filter
done
it.
any of that.
Yeah, it used to be kind of more Wild Wild West, but YouTube does a good job with stuff like
I
that.
do, I do get the bots. I'm sure you see it, but
Porn
I see
sites.
like every single time I upload,
Oh yeah,
I get like a bunch of bots
which is
posting on
weird.
my stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for how legit YouTube is, they can't flag the porno sites coming the donkey show
Yeah,
chicks.
it's every time. Yeah, I always have to ban those comments like first thing
Yep.
within an hour of uploading.
Yeah, probably making my computer run slower sending all those links because I do click on them. Well, right on, man. Yeah, Thursday is kind of just the chill one. I don't really have anything kind of written down. If anybody's got any questions for Matt on his Clawhammer system, we're kind of just hanging out. It's cool because the chat kind of keeps the pulse of the stream going. You can just kind of shoot the shit with people, and it's very lax. And you look
Well,
pretty.
hey,
You look comfortable,
I
man.
saw your. Thanks, man. Yeah, I actually saw your most recent video, bringing it back to the basics, going over extract.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that video.
Appreciate
Is
that,
the
man.
first video you actually went over like the basics of home brewing or extract brewing, or have you done a video?
No, I've done an all grain video, but it's very long. Yeah, the old algorithm was like you want to have videos over 10 minutes, and they'd put in an ad every 5 minutes and stuff like that. But the new algorithm is it's all about click rate, click through rate, and average view duration. And my old videos, I think my all grain brewing video is like 22 minutes. So at one time that fit the YouTube algorithm, but not anymore. My average view duration for my channel is about 6 minutes across my whole channel. So if I put out
Pretty good.
it's good if you're making 8-minute videos, and then I'll put out like a 17-minute video or a 22-minute video, and people just don't click on those videos as much because they're like, damn, that's just a long time. I don't want to invest, 18 or 20 minutes. But yeah, so I kind of went back to the old school way. I had that video at 14 minutes, and then I had it at 12 minutes, and then I had it at 9 minutes. I just kept taking things out and taking out the NBC and going faster, and I tried a new format, and it's doing well. So I'm glad I'm kind of playing towards the YouTube algorithm without people kind of compensating, losing too much of the information in there.
Right.
So
I saw you use the Kvike yeast, right? On that batch?
I did not use. Yeah, that was Lallemand Voss Kvike. I don't know how that works. I think it's Voss yeast or whatever, and then Lallemand distributes it. But fastest yeast I've ever had, and I didn't do any starter or rehydrate it. It just worked like a champ from pretty much a couple hours in. People wait 24 hours or 36 hours to see activity in their airlock. No, I went to my buddy's anniversary brewery I used to work at. I came back and I was like, whoa, this is like too good to be true. And it wasn't. It was great. And I'll crack a couple of those beers here in a second.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet. I wanted to use it. I'm actually going to make a sour pretty soon, so I was probably going to start to switch over to the Kvike for that. But I didn't know. Do you have to keep it hot? Because I noticed you put it in your closet.
No.
It doesn't need to be. It can be like normal ale temps, and it won't give you off flavors.
No, yeah, that's the thing about yeast. Generally loves hot. Yeast loves hot, but with hot you get off flavors. And that's kind of the thing is. When I'm using Kvike yeast, I'll knock out to about 100, pitch the yeast, and I think it gets going kind of right then and there because it wants that hot wort, and then by the time it cools down to 70 or 75 or whatever it is in my closet, like the yeast is already going, it's kicking ass because it loves being hot. But if you're not using Kvike yeast, I ruined a batch a couple videos ago doing the maple bacon beer. And I used Y yeast London Fog or London Ale, and it fermented hot. The airlock was going crazy, and it was just way too many off flavors. And then the extract I put in there was just shit. It was just shit extract. Some extract is very good, and some extract is not good at all.
Was it like old, or did you buy it from a shady website? Or
it was it was the only thing that came up on Amazon. It was bacon maple syrup. It wasn't extract, it was syrup. And I read the title, and then when it showed up, I'm looking at it. It's like there's actually no bacon in this. It's sugar free. It's gluten free. It's 0 calories. I'm like, this is the exact opposite of what I want. I want real bacon in here, maple syrup. I want this thing to
You
be.
still there?
Yeah. Are you here? I can hear you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. It just broke up there for a second.
Yeah, I want this thing to be as extremely unhealthy as humanly possible. And I tasted a little bit of it, and I was like, this just doesn't work. I don't know. But, trial and error, live and learn, experimental homebrewing.
Yeah, I didn't know if you threw like bacon in the fermenter or something.
I should
to
have.
get that bacon flavor.
I should have.
I don't know if you could have made like a tincture or something, like boiling the bacon or something like that.
Yeah.
At least sanitary, because it's been boiled or something, and
Yeah. Put some bacon in some vodka and then just let it
Yeah,
soak
you could.
like a Madagascar vanilla bean or something like that. Put it in vodka and let it soak up.
Yeah, exactly.
We got some action in the chat. Jack Martino, man, what's going on, Braj? Matt or CG, are rice holes necessary with the Clawhammer system? Good question. No.
Yeah,
It's pretty much brewing bag.
Yeah, you don't need rice hulls. Brew in a bag, you're not gonna get a stuck sparge or because you don't vorloff. You typically don't sparge in traditional brew in a bag, so there's really no reason for rice hulls in brew in a bag.
Yeah. Just stir the shit out of it.
Yeah, you can stir it up as much as you want.
Village Idiot, CSCH. Mike Sweeney, I want to try Kvike. See so many videos with some cool recipes. Ferment hot. Yeah, I mean, you want to ferment hot to kind of get it going, but you don't have to have it hot to answer Matt. Matt, what's your last name? Ushman? Ushman.
Yeah.
Matt Ushman. I'm sure you've probably gotten that your whole life, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not the first person to say Ushman. It's common.
Every substitute teacher that's ever lived has called you what I just did. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, Kvike, I said it before, any new homebrewer should start out using Kvike yeast. I think all these kits should come with Kvike. I don't even know. I'd love that Northern Brewer kit, but I don't even know what yeast that was. Munton something. Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's probably just some generic dry ale yeast that ferments at 68 or something like that. It's funny because I've been brewing for 8 years and I've never used Kvike, but I know it's really gained popularity in probably the last 2 years ish for Kvike. But
for sure. For
I do want to start using it. So
yeah, give it a go. I think Lutra's probably the most popular. I've used Lutra and I've used White Labs. I forget what their serial number is. They have way too many. Hector Chopetti, what's up, man? Sorry, what?
Imperial yeast has a Kvike strain too, I think.
Yeah,
when I was looking at their catalog.
Everyone's got it at this point, man. Kvike is next on the hit list. Got an Imperial citrus that loves 75, 80 and gives off nice orange lemon esters. Sounds delicious. Cheers, Hector. Earthbound again. I haven't brewed since 2011. Getting ready to get back in. So much has changed. It's insane. I would imagine. And somebody commented on that a couple videos ago. They were like, dude, I brewed back in 2011. I don't know what all this stuff is going on. When I first started brewing, there was no stainless steel fermenters. It was all glass or plastic.
Yep.
Fermenting for 2 weeks, racking to secondary. Now everyone's got all these shortcuts, and it's awesome because the more you can brew, the better, because you're drinking beer faster. And some people just get burned out. They're like, damn, that 5-gallon batch took 2 weeks to ferment and then another 2 weeks to bottle condition. Like, this just wasn't worth it. This took a month to drink the beer. And
I think it's probably gotten more simple since
night and day.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the traditional ways of brewing, a lot of people have done a lot of experiments.
Wow.
Philosophy has done a lot of experiments on stuff like that, where a lot of the traditional ways of brewing, like the secondary and stuff like that, you can really cut a lot of that out. And brew in a bag really is very popular now because it's the easiest way to get an all grain, and it's the cheapest way to get an all grain too.
Most convenient.
That has been around. Yeah, it's awesome. I used to do the traditional 3-tier. I made jerry rigged some coolers and built a little rig to do just gravity sparges and stuff like that. But I got so sick of hauling that crap around everywhere when I was brewing at my dad's house or wherever. So I just
setting up, cleaning, storing.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the butt. So
it is.
Brew in a bag's the way to go. Yeah.
Brew in a bag is the way to go, and I don't know if Northern Brewers got a kit out there, but they should get a kit going because
they do.
They do have a kit.
I don't think so. No, I actually shop at Northern Brewer. I shop there all the time.
They're the shit.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Northern Brewer.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a brew in a bag kit though. That's a good recommendation. If they could just add because they could just probably just with their kit, their all grain kit, they could probably just throw in a little bag.
Well,
or
what
brew
would
bag
you
or something like
what would you need? I would probably recommend a 10-gallon kettle because you're going to do 5-gallon batches, and it's going to
Yeah.
all the grain in there is going to bring it up to about 6.5, 7. So you'd
Yeah.
want something bigger than 8. You'd need a 10-gallon kettle. You would
Yeah.
need the bag, which is $10. You would.
Yeah.
I'd recommend a spigot on that kettle. That's where it's going to get a little bit more expensive, and then you need one of those little barbecue grid things to set your thing on there, and then maybe some fireproof gloves. Other than that, $150, $130.
Yeah, what a lot of people do too is so they don't they just wrap blankets or any insulation they got.
Yeah.
If it's foam insulation or coats, even winter coats, they wrap it over the kettle to keep that temperature because dealing with the propane burner on and off, it can get really touchy with propane. So a lot
Definitely.
of people just set it a little high, they wrap it, and then they just let it go for an hour, and it's good to go.
Yeah, I think Trent has a video on that. Earthbound again. Yeah, when sours took years and huge investment in barrels. That was a nightmare too. Joseph Fired, the barrage is in the house, man. I'm sending him out some shirts tomorrow, even though he's 1 hour north of me. But yeah, I remember back in the day, there was no such thing as kettle sours, and you had to put sour beer in
Right.
tequila barrels or whiskey barrels or wine barrels, and kind of just pray for the best. And it took
Yeah,
up
they
space.
got funky.
They got really
funky.
funky. Remember the
Yeah.
original ones? It looked like spider webs everywhere. It looked like all these little wires
Yeah.
and all these bubbles. It looked like a
Yep.
scene from Metroid or Alien or
The
some
science
shit.
experiment.
Yeah.
They got really weird. The kettle, the Lactobacillus plantarum, the quick kettle sours are the way to go.
It is the way to
I
go.
haven't done a sour yet, but I have one planned for the YouTube channel pretty soon because I actually just got my pH meter that Short Circuited actually recommended. So I got his pH meter. It's been working great. But yeah, the quick sours are sweet. It's
They
really, really
are.
cool.
Yeah, you want to get to, for me, I want it to get to around like 3.3, 3.4. And
Yeah.
I think more of the commercial stuff's around like 3.6.
Wow.
Yep. I've been looking at the Midwest Fruit Tarts. What's the brewery that does that? It's in Ohio. I can't remember the name, but the Midwest Fruit Tart is a popular style over here. It's getting popular at least. So I'm probably gonna do some sort of clone of that. So
Keep me posted on that. I'd love to know.
oh yeah.
What do we got here? We got Jason Saniac, man. Welcome back, Barrage. The easiest, cheapest way to try out brew in a bag is to go to Home Depot. What happened to my life? The easiest is to go to Home Depot and get a large paint strainer bag. Use it in your regular kettle. Discover the ease of brewing a bag. That is some serious Homebrew for Life video stuff right there, man. I'm going to steal that, and I'm not going to give you credit. And I'm kidding. I'm giving you credit right now.
Yeah.
Good looking out, man.
That'll work.
Dill Pickle 51. Electric water heater elements work great, and they're cheap. Electric water heater elements. What are we
Yeah,
talking
so that-
about? Brewing a bag?
Yeah, so that's just the electric element that goes inside the kettle that heats up the water. So it's not propane. It's the element is what heats up through with electricity, and it heats up the water.
Right.
The elements are really cheap. The elements are like $30 to $60 for an element. But the problem is the controller.
Jason,
The
man.
controllers are expensive. So like if you want to get like a really high 240 volt element, the controllers can be upwards of $600 to $800 if you want like a PID digital controller for those. So they can get expensive. For the
Yeah,
controllers. But the elements are cheap.
I can't afford that, man. Good looking out. Heather Sharp is here. 3-tire isn't bad if you don't have to tear it down. 3-tire isn't bad if you don't. I just leave mine up, but whatever you got to do to make it work. I don't understand. 3-tire? What is that?
I don't know. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
What up, Marco Moduerno? What's going on, Barrage? Marco's in the house, man. Yeast in the Barrage. Matt, I've popped into a live stream of yours. You do live streams, Matt?
For as small as my channel is, I have a history of doing
Hell yeah.
live
3-tier.
streaming on.
Got it.
Oh, 3-tier. Oh, okay.
Understood.
Okay. Everyone got that except us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a
made
history of live streaming on Twitch for a little bit, video games and stuff like that. So I'm
Nice.
comfortable doing the live streams and stuff like that. But I only have 2 live streams, but I plan on doing some live stream brew days in the future. I only get like 3 to 7 viewers.
Well,
I do them when I can now.
if people subscribe to your channel right now, are you still at 420, 421? Let me do a quick little recap.
We'll see.
You are at 424. Now you might get 7 or 8 viewers on that live stream, Braj.
Right on.
You just got to keep brewing it, keep doing it, and keep figuring it out. I'm looking at your channel, man.
Grind.
It's a grind, and you've got the thumbnails down, man. Just like me, you either got to look like you shit your pants, you won the lotto, or you just ate something super sour or spicy.
Yeah, it's funny because when my wife actually saw this, like, these look ridiculous. I'm like, this is the key. Like,
Yeah.
you need a good crazy thumpnail because it gets people to click. So.
I'm taking mine off. I'm going back to the basics, just like homebrew challenge. I'm getting my shitty face out of there. Because sometimes you look at a video and I don't know. Sometimes it'll make you click on it, and sometimes you're like, I don't want to look at that guy. I don't want to hear that guy talk for 7 hours, unless you know him or you're a returning viewer. But unique viewers it's a first impression. You're like, I don't know, man. This guy looks like he's going to be screaming some weird shit, and it's me.
I think it works. Yeah, I think it works. Just check out YouTube trending and stuff like that. And as long as
Everyone's
people keep
faces up
making
there.
those
Yeah.
faces, I'm gonna keep doing it. So
Cool. Well, Matt,
they
Tom,
know better than I do.
yeah, Tom Mellon just subscribed to your channel, man. Look forward to checking it out, man. Big shout out to Tom Mellon. And like I said, for those who are here right now, Mike Sweeney, big shout out to you, man.
Come here. Come on down.
Big shout out to Tom Mellon and Mike Sweeney. Yeah, Just Brewing, we got like 50 subscribers last night.
Yeah, I actually watched
Goosefraba.
that live stream.
Oh, you were watching last night? Yeah, I saw you in the chat.
Yeah,
Right on, Rush.
I watched it and I heard that he brewed for his wedding. It's funny because I actually did the same thing.
Gambled.
Yeah.
He's got bigger balls than me, man. You too.
Yeah, well, the thing is, ours didn't turn out so great,
Thanks,
unfortunately.
Theron.
But I did have other beer there. We were only gonna have 2 options. My dad brewed a beer, and then I brewed a beer. But this was back in the day. We bottled stuff like that, and we actually got married on Mackinac Island.
Where's
if you're
that?
not familiar with Michigan? It's northern Michigan. But
Never
there's
been
an
to
island
Michigan.
there's an island between the northern peninsula and southern peninsula that's
Okay.
just sitting there. And it's a cute little island or whatever, but we had to take a ferry over there, and I think the ferry shook up the beers, so they got really, really foamy on the wedding day. But we had other beers.
That's my
there, so-
nightmare. That's my nightmare. People banking on this beer and it's foamy or just for whatever reason it's uncarbonated. People are my
Right.
friends would talk a bunch of shit about it, just even if it was delicious.
Bottle conditioning is you're throwing the dice every single time with bottle conditioning. I've never had a bunch of luck with it. It's either undercarbed or overcarbed. I could not figure out the priming sugar thing. My family has the same issues with it. I don't know if you've had issues with priming sugar. But...
No, but I have had issues with those little conditioning tablets. Those things were a nightmare. I used them a couple times and I had inconsistent, you drop a pill in each one of the bottles, and bottling just sucks, man. The worst
does.
part of making that video was bottling, and Brian short-circuited. He's going to make the video. It sucks. Bottling sucks.
Yeah, it's the first thing I recommend to any of my friends. I have a bunch of friends that are interested in homebrewing. They just haven't took the plunge yet.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I say is, like, if you're going to dump money into anything, it's kegging. Just get rid of the bottles. It makes the brewing experience so much more enjoyable. So
get to
as fast as you can.
brew in a bag fast and get to kegging fast.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of love right here, man. Theron just subscribed. He's plugged the channel too. Big shout out to Theron. John Carter. There's a link in the bio for that, man. And we're gonna get him up to 500 subscribers tonight.
That'd be perfect.
Thursdays are mellower than Wednesdays. I think there's a football game going on tonight, and then the Dodgers and the shout out to Village Idiot. The Dodgers and the Giants are playing, and I think whoever wins this game is going to end up being going to win the World Series. So
I don't follow sports ball much, but
sports ball.
I do the occasional sports gambling with my brother's help because he's big into sports. So I usually talk to him on good bets.
Only when there's money on the line, man. I can dig it. All right, you're getting some more love. Village Idiot, subscribe. John Carter figured it out. Todd Porter, my favorite part of homebrew for life is when you tell why something sucks and not to do it. What did I say sucks? Glass
fermenters.
Oh, I hate glass fermenters, man. Wow. And the ironic thing about glass fermenters is I wouldn't give it to a beginner brewer. I would give it to somebody that's got a lot of experience dealing with glass fermenters. If people are doing barley wines or doing wine or something like that. I get it. Yeah. When you're aging stuff, I would use glass, but I would not recommend it for beginners.
Wow.
Yeah.
Screw the Dodgers is right.
it sucks too because the glass fermenters
Back
are
off, what child,
early days. I don't know about nowadays, but early days, every single like brewing kit came with a glass fermenter.
I
So
know.
I feel like it just cemented this idea in a lot of brewers' mind. Is like, oh, this is the way to do it, and it looks official, but it's terrible.
It's
awful.
terrible, and everybody would say don't use plastic fermenters because they scrape and harbor bacteria. It's like, no, they don't. How could it harbor bacteria? How can my water solution get in there with star sand, but bacteria can? Like, this doesn't even make sense, guys. We just got to think about this a little bit. You got another subscriber, Joshua MacD, giving Matt Ushman some love. Did I fuck it up this time, Matt Ushman?
Ushman.
Usher.
You can just say Trouble Brewing if it's easier.
Trouble Brewing. Big shout out to all you guys, man. Spanish Castle Magic. We back at it. My Red Sox are the sleeper team. Yeah, as long as the Dodgers don't win, that's cool. Don Q looked up his channel after you mentioned it and subscribed. Big shout out to Don Q, man. You're getting a lot of love right now. This is why this community is awesome. I promote something on Instagram or vice versa, shout out, or I get a shout out. Nobody gives a shit. We bring it up in here, and everyone's on board, man. This is a living proof of it. Last night was a living proof of it. Andy Market.
I think my average.
What's up?
My average is like 1 to 3 subscribers a day. So this is huge. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah! Thanks for coming on, man. Are you nervous? You cool?
I'm cool, man.
Cool.
I'm yeah.
Good.
This is fun.
Yeah, easy fix, man. If you're nervous, just keep drinking beer. I mean, it's how it works.
That's fun.
Garen, Darren, Theron. Aoster, 15 years fermenting in plastic pails, never had an infected batch. Big shout out to Aoster. Not only that, but when I was brewing with glass and I went over to Mother Earth, they're a big brewery out here. They do the Cali Creamin'. But I saw their head brewer doing pilot batches in plastic, and I was like, holy shit. Like, I thought plastic was so frowned upon. He's like, no, I use it, I use the same bucket for 5, and then I'll throw it out, like they just kind of come and go. And I was like, damn, dude, like this guy is in charge of so much beer and has so much responsibility and such liability, and he's brewing in plastic buckets. Like, I don't know, it's just a real eye opener for me.
Yeah, I've even seen some YouTube channels that like nano breweries use plastic fermenters. The Spidle, what are they called? The Spidle?
It's like I had one of those. Super overpriced. Super overpriced.
Yeah, they're the big one though, but it might be cheaper than getting a stainless steel fermenter. I don't know. I haven't looked into commercial stuff. But.
I think it was $110, and I have the 15-gallon Spidle.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I've seen.
You nervous doing NBC? Sorry, what, bro?
Get over here!
Oh, I've just seen professional breweries use plastic. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not gonna, back in the day, people stress the word infection so much. I'm not saying infections don't exist, but I don't say it. I didn't say it in that last video. I just say do it. There was just way too much fear tactics when I was getting into brewing, and I thought like it was so easy to get an infection and so easy to screw up beer. It's kind of hard to get an infected beer. I think I've had one infected beer and 100 batches.
Wow.
Yeah,
I haven't had one yet, but as long as you sanitize, you should be okay.
That was my problem. I got to the point where I was like, this star sand stuff doesn't even work. I don't need it. And I was like, okay, I do need it. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want it. You're gonna make a sour by accident. So.
Yeah, and I've had beers kind of come back and forth. Like it'll taste sour, which is the best way to determine if you got infected beer because it's not supposed to be sour. But I've had beers kind of go sour and then kind of come back. So maybe whatever bacteria in there got killed off by the alcohol over time. Maybe it was a 7 or 8% beer or something where there was more alcohol. Alcohol kills bacteria. But for whatever reason, and that's a plus as a home brewer because we can kind of let it sit in a keg and see how it evolves or gets better or worse. But like if you're a commercial brewery, like we have to throw this out. Like we're not going to wait and like pray to God that the customer is going to enjoy this in a month from now.
Wow.
Yeah, when you got money on the line and your name's attached to it, I get it.
Money and
but
reputation.
If you're a home brewer, you try to make it work. You could distill it too. If
you distill it. You could totally distill it, or you could throw it in your garden, man. Put it in your garden.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of nutrients in there. So
a lot of nutrients. Yeah. Zach Pearson, what up, man? No brewing. We'll get down with some mandatory beer chugs. This is a good NBC beer too. It's like the 4.3% Sweeto lager. It's not clear. Oh. I fermented in the keg. I did all in one just to kind of get the video out and focus on the brew in the bag. But if I were, trying to win a competition or something, I would have done it under pressure, but then transferred it to another serving tank that had gelatin in it. But gelatin.
Have you ever done competitions?
No, I don't like the idea of it. I think I've said this before, but I would hate myself if I lost or if I won. I don't know. I don't need that false sense of bragging rights or.
It's good. It's good feedback though. I did recently do a competition.
Jonathan Elliott
for the first time, and it's you get some good feedback. You get some weird feedback too. That you probably disagree with, but you just take it with a grain of salt, and maybe they'll find some off flavors in your process and that you didn't know was there, and you might turn out some better beer because of it. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make you a worse brewer. I just don't. Right. I don't like the competition thing behind beer and stuff like that. But more power, and I know that GABF is a big thing, and I know Maury, who's on the channel. Alex Gray, what up, brunch? I know when Maury sends his beer into GABF, and you don't win, it breaks his heart. But I was like, dude, don't even trip, man. And I know that's probably, as far as judging goes, that's the most stringent way to judge your beer. Those guys, they can't smoke cigarettes. They can't drink the beer. They have to really, it's the creme de la creme of judges. But I've been in some homebrew competitions where I'm looking at the judges like, these guys are just getting fucked up. Like, these guys, a local homebrew shop will try to do a competition, and these judges are just like, okay, whatever, you might as well roll the dice. And I guarantee you, if you did the same beer to the same judges again, they'd all have different answers. So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot for sure. But you hope they know what you talk. You hope that they know what they're talking about, and it's probably better feedback than your family and friends, because they don't. A lot of friends I ask, like, "What's your honest opinion on this beer?"
So good. It's so good.
It's like, are you sure? I can take constructive feedback. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you tell me that my beer sucks. So,
that's a good point. Like, if you had some Gordon Ramsay guy there, just like, dude, this fucking sucks. Your beer is shit. What is this? Spitting it in your face. It's like, okay, maybe I'll hone in a couple things a little bit better.
Sure.
But and that guy's probably a really good judge when the cameras are not on. When the cameras are on, it's all about Judge Judy vibe, just shitting at people. That's what creates the viewership and keeps people watching. You want to see Gordon Ramsay just have this new intern just in tears crying. That's good television, but I'm sure when the camera's off, he's probably a really good judge.
Wow.
Where's the lamb sauce?
The one nice thing about judging too is a lot of these places you can steward, and you can just steward. I don't know what the right term is, but you can pretty much work alongside the judges, and you can try a bunch of the beers.
That's cool.
Along with the judges, you can kind of learn how to judge, and really it's a way to get free beer. But really, it allows you to try all sorts of different types of styles. So. If you haven't tried a sour or a smoked beer or something like that, you can get your hands on them.
Cool.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a good way to get free beer. I go to my buddies' breweries and we just say MBC, and then they just get 6 shots or taster glasses full of it when you slam a beer. Yeah, the MBC thing. It's I didn't come up with it. My old boss from Booze Brothers created it. Started saying it after we dealt with a super shitty customer. Or somebody had their kid come in and, throw up or throw a football or break glass or something. It was like, dude, we got mandatory beer check, NBC. So that's how it kind of started. But now it's a thing. If you see your buddies at the bar or at the tasting room, it's NBC. And they're not going to charge us for tasters and stuff like that. So that's a good way for me to get free beer.
Right on.
Dad Mo
really
might,
cool.
it is. Dad Mo might be onto something. I kind of like this idea. Have your friends roast you when they try your homebrew. That'd be a good way to get feedback. That'd be a good way.
For sure. You'd have to get them a little bit drunk so they're really honest.
Yeah.
About your beer. So.
Yeah, good choice of words. Andy M, man, what's going on? Joining a Brewers Guild is a great way of learning and feedback. And I think they're going to be probably even a little bit nicer to you, but they're going to be probably more honest than your friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Steward. Jason Siniak. Truth is, marginal beer from homebrewers is usually way better than mediocre commercials. Marginal beer from homebrewers is usually way better just from the freshness of the ingredients. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
when I go into a restaurant or a brewery, I always ask, like, if there's 50 beers up there, I just say, hey, what do you guys sell the most of? And they should know. And I got a buddy who just says, hey, like, what is the freshest? I want your freshest, hoppiest beer. And that's how he orders his beer. Because ordering beer is tough, man. You know, even at breweries sometimes they have 20 or 30 things on the menu. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys sell the most of?
Wow.
Best thing you can do is just get a flight. Get a Pilsner, get a dark, get an IPA, get the trendy
G-Funk.
milkshake, whatever.
Get over here!
Get one of each, and
Yeah.
you'll know what they're getting at really quick. So
Try the tasters of the lactose stuff, though, so you don't have to shit your pants at a brewery. That would suck.
right on.
Gnome Brewing. I have no friends. Haven't been able to try other homebrew. Not having friends has a lot of benefits in life. For starters, you can drink all 5 of your gallons. You don't have to give that shit up, man.
Right on.
Kids at your brew pub. Yeah, that's kind of the ongoing debate at not brew pub, but local breweries. Matt, would you allow kids and or dogs at a tasting room or a brewery?
Back off
Yeah,
your
I
child,
would. I
seriously.
would.
You would?
Because I wouldn't want to.
Deny
wouldn't
yourself
want to
sales?
deter, Yeah, I wouldn't want to deter any sales. So anyone's welcome. That's the way I would go. So.
It's kind of weird though, man. It's like parent like drinking like
Yeah.
4 IPAs and their kids like running around.
It might be weird, but I'm not in a position to judge.
We're here to sell beer.
So,
You know, you're.
yep. If they're
yeah.
gonna buy 4 pints, I'll sell them 4 pints.
Yeah. Goosefraba. Trans Am guys in the house, man. What's up, Trans Am? What's up, you brunch? Jack Martino. How did you get into homebrewing, Matt? Good question. I'm going to go fill up. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So
Actually, I want to hear this.
So I started homebrewing from my father. He actually started with a Mr. Beer kit.
Nice.
I saw your and Trent's video on the Mr. Beer kit, but he started with a neighbor got him into it, and it was really when I was really young. And I hated the smell whenever he would brew. I absolutely hated the smell. This is when I was a lot younger. But when I turned 21, I started brewing with my dad, and then my brother got into it. Then my cousins got into it. Then my uncles got into it. So we have a whole family that brews. We do this thing called Brewfest every single year, or sometimes twice a year in the fall and the
Back off
spring.
for a child, seriously.
And we all get together and we brew some homebrew.
Fab
So,
City.
it's pretty much how I got into it. Is just family, man.
Just like Apartment Steve, man, who's coming on, I think, October 28th. He's got beer that's coming out my way, and I'm going to save it, and I can drink it with him. But that's rad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you have the same story as Apartment Steve. All right, Matt, hold it down, man. Don't get too nervous. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go to my garage and hit up my cake grater.
Sounds good.
All right.
What are y'all drinking? What's in the fermenters? I got my wife actually brewed her first beer. I finally got her to brew beer after 8 years of brewing, and she brewed she went big. She got the Imperial Stout. So that's right now in the fermenter right now in the fermentation chamber right behind me. Jonathan Elliott pumpkin sour. Sounds good. Very good. How'd you get the pumpkin? Was it like canned pumpkin? Was it pumpkin flavor? I always wondered how people would get that pumpkin flavor. So in the fermenter. So Village Idiot vanilla porter in the fermenter. Very nice, dude. It's a good time for porters. It's getting cold, so especially here in Michigan, it's getting really cold, really rainy and gross out. So it's definitely it's a good time to make those dark beers. You're out of homebrew Spanish. You're drinking the Wife Stella. Love it. That's awesome. I'm not shy making lighter beers during the winter too. So it's always 70 degrees in my house, regardless how cold it is. So I'm not shy of brewing lighter beers in the winter. Nice coconut porter, very cool. Did you use fresh coconut in the fermenter, or did you use some extract? Hop water. Yeah, that's I actually had my first hop water a little bit ago. It was all right. I wasn't a big fan, but I know there are some brew tubers out there that really love it. You make a pumpkin pie and throw it in your wort. Are you serious, Jonathan? Is that real? If so, that's awesome. You're in Florida.
Alrighty then.
What's going on?
Jonathan Elliott. Are we there?
Yeah.
All right, man. We got 55 people in the chat, man. That's pretty good for a Thursday. Shout out to everybody that's
it.
here right now, man. This is cool. And Appreciate the support you guys are giving Matt right now to his channel. How many subscribers do you have, Matt?
Let
me reload it.
Refresh and see
Who's somebody said go birds? What does that mean?
I don't know. I really don't.
430.
Yeah, I've got 437.
437. Awesome. Right on, right on, right on. We got nothing written down tonight. We're hanging out. I just met Matt today. The Bruce Show introduced me to your channel. He said you were talking about, I think you gave Genus or maybe Homebrew for Life or the Bruce Show a shout out one of your videos, and I checked it out. I instantly subscribed, man. I appreciate it. And now you're here, man. That's the power of beer. That's the power of beer. It's the power of love.
I pull
beer.
A lot of inspiration from other channels. Apartment Brewer, big fan. Genus Brewing, huge fan of Genus Brewing.
Hell yeah.
Your channel too. So I try to pull inspiration from other brewers and try to come up with something original.
Same with me, man.
So, yeah.
Jonathan Elliott, what's going on, Braj? The link to his channel is in the description of this video. It should say Matt's channel. And Trouble Brewing. He rebranded it today. Noam, you are the Braj. Good looking out, Noam.
By the way, so your video game, I kind of pull inspiration from your channel. I also use retro video game music in my channel.
Nice.
Have you ever got a DMCA or any copyright issues with using retro game?
Oh yeah.
Have you?
I've been through all of them. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Some developers care. Nintendo they care the most. They're instantly going to flag your shit. Nobody can fuck with Nintendo. No, Nintendo is unfuckable. Nintendo, I made a video for my buddies that own a brewery called Battle Mage. And I used a song from Wind Waker from Zelda for GameCube. And I got flagged for that. And all the ad revenue went to Nintendo of North America. So it's kind of a cool system. If you steal, the ad revenue is still there. They're still going to have slap ads on it, and it goes to the correct full owner, which is weird because like 99% of the content is still mine. I don't know how.
Well, that's the thing too, is nobody's going to your video to listen to the music. They're going there to listen.
Yeah, it was just me learning the hard way. Apartment Brewers in the house, man. Matt was just talking about how he gets inspiration from your channel, man. What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I love your grain glass videos. So I definitely channel. So
Matt is the Braj. He's the Braj. I've gotten so generally when I take my music, all the songs are 8-bit or 16-bit, but it doesn't really work for Homebrew for Life. It's just too it's too 8-bit. It's too like robotic. So I go and I steal from people that have stole from people that have stole from people. So I'll take an electronic EDM version of like Legend of Zelda, and I can pass the window of copyrights with something like that, and I'll upload the song. I'll take the song that I want, and I spend a lot of time listening to music and kind of what mood that maybe the viewer will keep them around and enjoying it, because video game music's all about mood. It's all about like the castle is scary when you save the princess, or if you're hanging out, you save the kid or whatever, save the town. It's very joyous. It's very happy.
Yeah.
It's obviously all instrumental. I pretty much only listen to instrumental music. And so I'll take a picture and I'll upload it to YouTube and I'll set it to private. And if it passes monetization, I'll use it. But a lot of times I get flagged. But I check beforehand so I know when the final video is done, when I'm done editing, the 30, 40 hours, I don't have to go back and be like, damn, I got to put a new song in here. So any new video, any new song that catches my eye, I'll just quickly screen flow it, which means I can save it to my hard drive, and then I'll upload it. And if it passes, it passes. And
yeah, that's the same strategy I use though too. Is I download other YouTube videos that have seem to be successful, that use old retro music, and they're not flagged. So I'm like, well, I'll just use their music. So,
I don't know.
I give them credits, and I do put their the link in the comment section. Or in the
I don't do that shit.
I try to give them credit just to avoid the whole legal mess, just in case. But
they're stealing from somebody that already stole from somebody, and I'm the fourth guy that's stealing it. So you can't act like this is your song. Like you can make. You can remix anything, but like at the end of the day, you're making money off it. So if you're making money off it, I'm going to make money off it. That's my thought process. It might be kind of douchebaggy, but if you're stealing from the guy that stole from the guy that stole from the guy, like who's really the bad guy? Homebrew for life. Yeah, big shout out to Steve, man. Good job on that marathon. I've got a Tough Mudder coming up on Sunday. I did not run. He's a fraud. CH, have you listened to The Advantage? Those guys are really cool. I listen to them a lot. I listen to them. I listen to Power Glove. I listen to Bit Brigade. I listen to Black Mages. Black Mages are probably my favorite. They shred. They're from Japan.
Wow.
Ace Combat. Matt, how much of your homebrew do you give away? Question from Goosefraba out there in Texas.
Back off.
Yeah, not much. I keg pretty much 90% of my beer. I do
Mini
bottle.
bosses is the shit.
I got the Blickman Beer Gun, so I do bottle from the keg about like 10 or like a 6-pack. I'll give some to my dad, maybe some to my brother, but I'm pretty much drinking most of it.
What's up with the beer gun?
The Blickman Beer Gun is just something you can hook up to kegs, and you can just bottle from your kegs, and it's a safe way to avoid oxygen. So you can always just dump beer into the bottle and cap it if you want, but you're gonna pick up oxygen. So the best way I saw was to get the Blickman Beer Gun. So, and I'm a big fan of Blickman engineering. So
Oh, for sure.
Wanted to support that.
What's the price tag on the gun?
It was $100.
Not bad.
No, it's not too bad.
Not gonna break the bank.
No.
Volpec is the shit. Auto Dart, Matt, your space build out is looking good. I can make it a little bit bigger. I know you got some stuff back here. We just cropped in our faces and our beards, but check this out. We're gonna go to transform, fit to screen. No, it didn't work. Transform, reset transform, and yeah, you got like a lab back there, man. Dexter's lab.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I actually have a whole series on my channel if you're interested, from start to finish. The basement brewery DIY thing. I'm a big. I do a lot of housework. We flipped our first house and to get to our second house, so I like housework. I like this kind of stuff, so the plumbing and stuff like that. So it was a fun passion project for me. I always wanted to brew inside since I got my Clawhammer system, because not dealing with open flames or propane. That's one of the benefits of doing electric, is you can start to brew inside as long as you got some ventilation. So
absolutely. Okay, I think I got it figured out. Apartment Brewer just donated $20. Got to make up for the last few. What happened? Got to make up for the last few I've been away. Big shout out to the Apartment Brewer, man. Much love, man. Thanks for keeping this channel and the stream, help produce it and keep it going. I said it at the beginning of the chat. Steve's coming on. I think we got Steve down for October 28th, and I'll make up from last time. Last time Steve came on, and I was doing my Sober October, but I didn't even last 12 days. And I promise I'll drink beers with you this time, Steve. We will drink 4 beers, and we will have a good time, man. And shout out to you and shout out to Steve, because I know this isn't easy for you guys, because you guys are 3 hours ahead. It's 9:20 your time. But yeah, put that on your calendars a couple days before Halloween. Me and the Apartment Brewer. I've got it written down, and it should be rad, man. Yeah, Steve, I'll have your beer too. I'm playing golf right where Steve sent me some beer, and I got to go pick it up from UPS, but it's right next to a golf course I'm playing at on Saturday. So I figure it'll be okay to pick it up then. But I'm looking forward to drink those beers with you, Steve. Don Q, where's Matt from? Michigan. You can answer that, Matt. There's 50 people here now. You could kind of reiterate what the intro from the beginning.
Yeah, I've been brewing for 8 years. From
Brew
Metro
Show.
Detroit, Michigan, so about north of Detroit. Lived in Michigan my whole life, and my channel is Trouble Brewing with Matt Ushman. We recently rebranded to Trouble Brewing.
Yes, he did.
I have a lot of grain to glass videos, general guides, top 10 things, and I plan on doing this for a while.
Cool,
So,
man. The Brew Show's in the house. Like I said earlier, I think the Brew Show was the one that connected me to your channel. So big shout out to Trent, man. That's
thanks, bro.
what the community is all about. What's your goal with YouTube? Are you trying to start a brewery, or you just want this thing to grow like a tree? Just have fun with it.
Well, we do want to open a brewery. Me and my wife. That's kind of our retirement plan. So
Oh, yeah.
we're in the very early stages of doing that. But
How old are
right
you?
now, I'm 29.
All right.
So right now
I believe
we
you.
just had our first kid.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks. But so right now, we're just trying to, plan and stuff like that. But this probably won't be till a little bit later in life. But we'd like to. That's the end goal is to open up a brewery. But right now, it's just it's a hobby. It's a passion. So I want to, hopefully, have some other people, enjoy the passion like I have for 8 years. So I just want to share the knowledge. That's the
Pay
main
it
goal.
forward, man.
Yeah.
Pass the torch. Keep passing the torch. Dave Dempster, is there a story behind Trouble Brewing?
Is there a store?
Story. Hence the
story.
Yeah.
I guess the only story I'd say is I play a lot of video games, and the game I've played the most is RuneScape. RuneScape has a mini game called Trouble Brewing. So
there you go.
I actually pull inspiration from old school RuneScape, which is a very old game. So the artwork from the logo actually comes from RuneScape. So that's really the story behind it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I did last night when I got off the stream?
What's that?
Bought Metroid Dread.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
On
good.
the Switch?
On the Switch. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know what I did. I was trying to buy it through PayPal. Next thing I know, I ended up buying $100 of Nintendo ePoints or eShop, whatever their bullshit currency is, and I put $100 in there. I was like, okay, I'm either gonna get Link's Awakening, Breath of the Wind, or the new Metroid. Metroid just came out this month, and I'm a huge Metroid fan. So I was playing that.
Metroid is a good choice.
Yeah. You can just hop right into it. You know, there's no story. You don't have to walk around villages talking to everybody. You're just like, hey, let's speed run this. This is a speed run game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Show us how it looks.
I had a ton of fun with Metroid when I was younger, so totally get it.
Still do. We're going to get the video game nights going again, man, and I'm going to beat Metroid. If you do it, Super Metroid under 3 hours, you get to see Samus with her shirt off. No joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Delonious Monk in the house. What up, brunch? Breath of the Wild is so good. I figured that if I bought that game, my work ethic would go way out of the window. I think I'm safer with Metroid. You can kind of just jump in.
You don't have Breath of the Wild at all?
No, I haven't played it yet. I know, and I'm like the biggest Zelda fan of all time. And
it's a great game.
I heard it's better than Ocarina of Time. Holy shit!
Ocarina of Time at the time was groundbreaking. I guess if you're comparing Breath of the Wild to Ocarina right now,
we got an NBC.
Breath of the Wild is a better game. So
yeah, if it holds a candle anywhere close to Ocarina, then I'm on board with that. We just got a big donation from GFunk24. He's helping out with my surgery. I'm kidding. I'm not getting surgery. The joke was that I'm getting a penis reduction, but I have to stop saying that because I'm officially out of material. But big shout out to GFunk24. That is an NBC, and we're going to do it in real time. Big shout out to G-Funk, man. He's got the cat going crazy with the I don't know, what are those glasses or getting hypnotized. All right, here we go, man. G-Funk, this is to you. Matt, NBC or...
But yeah, I'll slam this a little bit. I got to get another one, so.
Where's your... Can you just pour a beer from behind you, or do you have to go...
I have to go, so this will be fine for now. So.
All right, here we go, man. This is the G-Funk. This is the apartment brewer and everybody else that's here right now, man. Cheers, G-Funk. Much appreciated, man. Thank you. To simpler times. Mop, mop, mop. A little backwash. Oh, it's delicious, though. Big shout out to G-Funk.
Another one.
And I'm going to hit the button now.
I know what we have to do.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What?
Just say it!
M.
Say it.
B. Say when. C.
That is such a long NBC, man. I can go on vacation, come back, and that thing will still be playing. I'm running back here, spilling my beer, and it's still like halfway through, man. Woo! All right, man. What are you drinking, Braj?
Trappist single. Actually, I just put the video on the Green Glass video on my channel for
Oh, it's a homebrew.
It is.
My man.
pretty much exclusively drink homebrew. I really don't drink much commercial stuff. So
That's a very good way to get better at homebrew. And I've heard guys say that they're like the only way we drink beer is when we drink our own homebrew, because it forces you to brew and it forces you to make better beer. I've heard of a couple guys do that, and I think they just do that like that just for decades, or old school guys out in the cuts and stuff like that. I know Brian's out in the cuts. He's probably up there. I would say probably the majority of beer that he drinks is probably homebrew, and I think that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I the only time I'll ever take
Majora's
a step
Mask.
back is like
Majora's
if I'm heading to a friend's house or for a party or something like that, or if I go to a brewery, obviously I'm drinking there. But
Yeah.
besides that, I'm pretty much drinking homebrew exclusively. So
You never buy beer, you just brew your own, man. Coach chillin'. G-Funk, no stuck mash through that beard. Yeah, every time. I need to start carrying a mirror with me, like a lady, like a girl, because everywhere I go, everyone's just like, dude, you got peanut butter in you got marinara in you got.
dude, I hate that. It's beard problems. I know. I went to Five Guys Burgers, burger and fries. I don't know if you have Five Guys over.
Oh yeah, we got it. Yeah, it's like a more
but I
expensive.
got a burger. I had a bunch of
Hell
shit
yeah,
in my
Trans
beard,
Am.
and my coworker is like, "Oh yeah, you got some stuff in your beard." I'm like, "Dude, if I clean it off, I'm just gonna get it in my beard again. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna finish the burger and then we'll wrap it up." So,
And if they were really funny, they wouldn't tell you. You're just walking around all day talking to
That's
chicks
true.
with like shit
Well,
smeared all over your face. You want to go on a date with
that's
me?
how you know who your friends are.
You want to get
They'll tell
brutal? Cruise over and go on a date with me? Trans Am guy's got the right idea. For years, I only drank what I brewed. Yeah, I like the mentality. I just live too close to... Sometimes I just have to get out of my house. Like after I edit a video and I upload, and like I know if I just sit here, I'm just going to look at the analytics and the views, and I just have to get out of here, and I'll just go over to Pizza Port and start murdering beers.
Yeah, sounds fun. We
Jonathan
the closest
Elliott.
brewery we have probably at our house is like 20 minutes away, so we don't have a brewery like super close to our house. But,
Yeah.
that's why we need a brewery in our town. So
I got a lot of action over here. Jonathan Elliott's been to my house. Trent's been to my house. I think Trent's kind of feeling out Carlsbad Village a little bit, but I'm in like ground zero of North County tourism.
that's awesome.
I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but people that might know San Diego, that might click. Masso in the house, man. Big shout out to Masso. He bought my most recent t-shirt as well as the brew shows, man. That's huge. That's a barrage move, Masso. Much appreciated, man. You are the barrage. And
I meant to get one of your shirts last week.
I gotta get.
to it yet.
I've been trying to get Houston the Beast's shirt since like last week too. Am I still moving, CH? I don't know, but what I do know is that I can't afford to buy a house in San Diego ever. It's just impossible. The houses are like $800,000 for.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who can afford a house in San Diego?
Not me. Not even close.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. My dad's here. My dad's getting old. I love playing golf with my dad and enjoying the glory years with him. And it's not the most ideal thing to do to move away from your parents as they're getting old. As my mom lives in Uruguay, as my mom just flew back down to Uruguay.
Wow.
CH, what shirt is the most popular from your swag? By far the black MTV t-shirt. You know, I had that in white, and people were writing, hey, I don't wear white. You know, black is the most popular t-shirt people wear because it hides my titty sweat the best. No, I don't know. But yeah, the black MTV one. And I need to have a t-shirt that's kind of more universal, because people are like, you know, I wear my NBC t-shirt and I'm in a line for Mexican food, and there'll be some lady turn around like, where's NBC University? I'm just like, lady, you don't even want to know. Like, it's just too much explanation to do. Barrage, what's barrage mean? It's like, I don't talk to strangers, lady. Doesn't matter. But if it just says like, I don't know, what's Yeast and the Beast's t-shirt? Bucket list, 1, beers, 2, ice. Yeah. Like, that doesn't require explanation. Too many of my t-shirts are inside jokes.
Wow.
The death before, what is that? Death before $18.
That works. Yeah, that works.
Sweet. That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick up the MTV logo one. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'll send you a death before. I still have that. I've got to. Yeah, I'm sending out t-shirts to Apartment Steve, to Josephied, and Gnome Brewing. They're the smalls and the mediums, and then Jules Game Art's a large, and I've got those. Theron MBC 2X out of stock. Are we? They shouldn't be. I'll check it out later. But yeah, it's rad, man. You know, Meso picking up the t-shirts for Trent and stuff like that. It feels good. It's you know, you got to kind of promote the merch. You know, we talked about this last night. We all kind of know each other. It's cringe selling shit to your friends or people you know, selling shit to people you don't know. You know, there's no guilt behind it. But the merch really helps out. It really helps out. Yeah. And yeah. I mean, I break the Zelda t-shirt. Yeah. The Zelda t-shirt rocks. And I stole that from a coffee mug that I have. It says, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this." And it's a picture of a coffee mug. And I just put it in a little beer thing. And then I found out later, there's like a million of the beer ones out there. You can put anything in there. It's dangerous to go alone. The inception of that shirt is it's the first thing from the original Zelda from 1988 when you go into the cave. And the wizard says, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this." And he gives you a shitty sword. But you could put like your car keys there. You could put anything there. I love
it though. Yeah, it's so simple and it works.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you know, you got some good designs. I was actually you know, starting to investigate the merch thing. My channel's still, I think, too young for it. But
no,
I'm starting to look into it too. So
that was a mistake that I made. I thought nobody would buy a t-shirt until I had 10,000 subscribers. But like, no, I've bought stuff off Portly. I need to buy a t-shirt off Beast. It's like if I this is a YouTuber right here. He's got millions and millions of subscribers. But if I see something that I like or inspiring, I'll buy the shirt. You know, $25 or whatever. Or the mug for 15. Or I've never bought a sweatshirt. I've never bought a hat, but I'll always buy the t-shirt because you can't really go wrong with that. But
yeah, I'm a big fan of hats, but I noticed Teespring didn't really have hats. I saw a bucket hat option, but I didn't really see any like baseball caps or anything.
It's dangerous to go though. Yeah. Zach McCrary, man, he hit me up today, man. He's still here. Let's go Giants. Let's go Giants, man. Big shout out to the Giants right now. And Zach McCrary, we've been emailing each other earlier. He asked if he could use my videos for a website, and that is 100% fine. And anybody who doesn't let people share their YouTube videos or anything like that, I just does not make sense to me.
You're doing it wrong if you're not letting people share it.
Yeah. But to go back to your question, yeah, or what you were talking about, I thought you needed 10,000 subscribers to actually like have a merch store. It's like, no, I would, if I knew what I knew now, what I knew then, I would have way less. I would have lived in much less stress these last 3 or 4 years. And you don't know until you know. You know, I know everybody, all my friends have Instagram, all my friends have Facebook, but I'm the only person of my group of friends that puts out video content on YouTube. So you're just kind of going through this weird social media platform alone. So it's good to talk to other people and just talk about the back end of merch and affiliate marketing and being too cringe, or, you know, like, hey, you know, Northern Brewer or these guys or Spike or Solo, they want to be affiliate marketing and I get 5% of everything. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I recommend not doing that. And people get excited when brands first come to you, but at the end of the day, it comes out to like 50 cents an hour. Like, you're going to make a whole video talking about a review, and the brand's going to win. The YouTuber, the BrewTuber is not going to win. It might not be a winning or losing thing, but it's not. It's just it's pennies of the dollar. It's really pennies of the dollar. And
I was thinking about 500 subscribers, but I feel like that's kind of cringy.
Why? You might have it. You might have it right now.
I think I might, maybe 1,000. I don't know yet for the merch store, but I don't want to be I don't want to be too.
My best cringe, NBC. Yeah, and you know, we talked about this last night with Brian from Short Circuit. We're talking about reviews. Like, I'll probably never do a review ever again, just because I don't want to vouch for anything. And I do vouch for the stuff on Amazon and stuff like that. And I'll always promote Inkbird. It's on Amazon. It's $30. It's the best thing that I own.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and Amazon affiliate and full discretion or whatever the hell that word is. It does help out at the end of the month, because it has to, or else I would have to get another job. And if I have to get another job or a part-time job, there's going to be significantly less Homebrew for Life content.
Sure. Yeah, totally get it.
Yeah, so the ad revenue from YouTube is the lowest. The merch and the donations are about the same, and then the Amazon's kind of around where the ad revenue is. And I was actually just crunching
I
my
would think,
numbers. But yeah, so shout out to anybody who's here. Anybody who's ever been here is the producer and boss of Homebrew for Life, and ultimately the merch and the super chats let me do this full time. And it's tough, but at the end of the day, we're doing it. We're still here, and I've got videos coming out. I'm gonna make a healthy beer. We're gonna make a turmeric beer. We're gonna make a beet and carrot beer, and we're gonna make a smoked beer. Yeah, Inkbird products are the best.
The smoked beers I was looking into because going back to the
I am cringe.
conversation, smoked beers, at least the competition I was looking at, smoked beers are the least submitted category.
I believe it. Yeah.
So if you want to win a medal, smoked beers is the way to go. So
right on. G-Funk 20, G-Funk D24, man. Thank you again for the super chat earlier, man. We love the Wednesday, Thursday night traditions, man. I love it too. It's my favorite nights of the week, man. And I don't really do anything on the weekends anymore. These kind of are my weekends. Morebill affiliate links pay out a ton. That's cool. I already have a thing kind of going with Anvil and Northern Brewer. There's no money involved. We just ask for stuff and then they get it, and then they don't press like the shout outs or what we can and cannot say. And it just works out. And I just love the relationship. I like that there is no money and it's not weird in that regard. Anvil is the most cheap, affordable blue collar stuff out there. Works great for the niche our channel's in. And then Northern Beer is recipe development. So you can't go wrong with stuff like that. But
and Anvil too is Blickman gear. So it's
it's Blickman's kind of sister company, kind of their more blue collar kind of low class income avenue of customer.
I love it though. I recommend it to people, the Anvil system. So it's a good system.
Half the judges don't even want to drink them. We're talking about smoked beer. Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I'm going to make this beer because I've never made this beer. And this was kind of a thing that Apartment Steve and I talked about when he was on last time. Zach McCrary, 53 people watching and only 23 likes. Come on, guys. Appreciate that, Brush. When I first got into brewing, it was just IPA, and then it was Pilsner. But now it's like all experimental. Apartment Brewer, he hits on the more popular styles. And I think people want to see those videos more. But with Homebrew for Life, it's like, hey, we're doing, what was my last grain of glass video? Maple bacon. Before that, it was, I don't even know, Philly sour Lallemand, kettle sours, dill pickle beer. I haven't done a hazy or a West Coast IPA in a very long time. And I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably bad. I think people would probably click on the more popular beers. But I'm going to make this smoked beer anticipating that it's going to bomb. But I just want to make this smoked beer.
Honestly, I don't think it will bomb because I feel like there's not a lot of smoked beers out there. And for the pickle beer, I watched
beer.
That, and I saw that pickle juice chug.
Yeah.
In the middle of the, was that real? Was that the pickle juice?
Yeah, that's how I worship Satan. That's how I worship the devil.
That's I could never do that.
Pickle juice? Yeah, Jorge Castro loves drinking pickle juice too. Jorge's in here. I love that video. It's the second favorite recipe I've ever had. My first favorite recipe was the creamsicle IPA one. I don't remember the batches I did if I didn't film it. But, the first 30 beers we did outside of the brown ale extract stuff was IPA, Amarillo, Citra, Simcoe, Mosaic, Amarillo. Amarillo was the shit when I got into homebrewing because of the Nelson Duet. God, what's the name of the brewery out there? Alpine. Alpine was a huge beer at that time, and they were using the shit out of Amarillo? Armadillo? Amarillo. Yeah, the white guy saying it. We didn't film those beers, I don't really remember them as well as the stuff that's on the internet, and I can kind of look back and be like, okay, Yeast and the Beast, pickles are gross. Certain kind of pickles are gross. But I'm going to make this smoked beer, and we'll see. You know, I thought about doing...
Have you started?
No,
Not
and
yet.
I think I'm going to brew it. I was going to brew it tomorrow. I'm shooting a video right now. It's like my first 5 Homebrew for Life videos, and just kind of... I'm having a hard time watching them because I want to do it sober, but I think I have to be like kind of buzzed to watch it because it's going to be cringy. But that's the video I'm kind of working on today, and I haven't watched it yet, but I'm putting together all these weird Nicolas Cage things and all these weird comments that I've got. And some people ask like, hey, like, I've got some comments like, dude, your channel has completely changed from how it was. And then when I have the intro ready, I'm going to go back and watch the first shitty videos. And it was like how to make pumpkin beer bread and how to make beer cheese IPA dip or some whack video.
That's sweet though. You got diversity in your channel.
What do you mean?
Well, if you got
Wow.
different types of like bread or something like that.
Oh, all these videos have like 87 views. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's painful. Yeah. The cringiest of the cringe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't
Cringe
dove
IPA.
that deep in your channel, but yeah, regarding the IPAs though, I mean, I feel like that's the really the first first things that homebrewers look at. You know, when you talk to like the average brewer, like, well, what recipe do you know or what style do you know? They say IPA. So, and I've listened to other brewers talk from professional brewers, and it's like, yeah, we find reasons to slap the IPA label on our home brewers or our professional brewers because it just sells.
Yeah, it's a
you know,
marketing
IPA
tool.
label sells. So
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Hazy IPAs are not IPAs, but they're juice. They're Orange Julius. They're juicy. They're not IPAs, but put IPA
I
on.
enjoy them.
I love them too.
But yeah,
I just drank my keg of it way too damn fast. It was 7%.
They're way too
hungover.
easy to drink. You can
I know.
slam those
Wow.
pretty all day.
I know.
It's simple. Yeah, they're dangerous.
Warhead sour pickle beer. That sounds delicious. Sour beers are my favorite styles of beer besides hazy IPAs. And I go through beer styles like the way I go through music. I'll be gung-ho into it for a year, and then I'll get burned out. Like I used to love Pine Drops and Fresh Squeezed and super malty 7-8% IPAs. I can't really do them anymore. Maybe one,
Yeah.
but I just drank too many of them. I just burned out.
Back off.
I don't brew really. If I brew an IPA, it's gonna be like a pale ale. It's not really gonna be like
Too hoppy or too dry hopped. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not gonna be those double IPAs or something crazy on the IBU scale. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be low, easy drinking. That's kind of my thing lately. It's just no dark. It's just light, easy drinking, cream ales or Belgians or something like that. So,
Can't do the Belgians, but I'm with you on the ABV. And it's funny because Apartment Steve came on, I think it was last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago. And he was talking about a brewery called Notch Brewing, where all of their beers are under 5%. And I looked him up and I talked to my buddy Trevor about it because he's going to do super low ABV beers too.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great business model. I think that people
It
want,
is.
I think that people are kind of burned out on the 7 and 8% beers.
Well, you can sell more pints that way too.
Absolutely.
If you got 4 or 5% beers,
absolutely.
I mean, you can get through 3 or 4 pints per person. I
Dude.
mean, you're just selling more beer.
I could drink 12 I can drink 12 White Claws or Trulies without even thinking about it. And it's not like and I'm an alcoholic or an alcoholic thing. It's like it's like Taco Bell tacos. I can eat 8 of them without even thinking about it.
Yeah,
You know?
the Trulies and the
I'm an
and the
alcoholic.
seltzer stuff. I don't think I've ever successfully gotten drunk off of those. Like I've
No.
legitimately tried
No.
to get a buzz off of like White Claws or Trulies.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I don't think it works.
No, it doesn't work. So
Yeah.
there's just like too much liquid for how little alcohol that's in there. I just can't do it. So
We got a couple questions about Notch. There's a couple notches. I think Notch, I don't know if you followed that Rat Magnet thing. She came out talking about women being
No.
harassing. Then there's a Notch brewery that she works at too in Pennsylvania. Maybe it's called Top Notch or something. There's a couple notches. I don't want to get into the whole Rat Magnet thing, but it's like Taco Bell. Yeah, White Claws and Trulies are like Taco Bell. You just eat 10 of them.
Yeah.
You're like, how come I'm still hungry? What's going on?
Right.
And then you drink 4 West Coast IPAs. You're like, I need an Uber.
Yeah.
This is gnarlier than 12 White Claws.
yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Aaron Barzamian. Hey, boys and girls. What do you think of a beer to make using Oreo cookies? What beer or what ingredients? Doing an Iron Brewery challenge for the beer club. Comments, please. I would do a lot of vanilla, whether that be extract or whether that be the bean. I think the beans are a little bit cheaper than they used to be. Oreo Goza. That's the last thing I would do. The last thing I would do
Yeah,
is
I would do
mix sweet with sour.
Yeah, definitely porter, stout,
Hard seltzer,
vanilla.
Oreo hard seltzer.
Vanilla is a perfect
Taco Bell hard seltzer.
pair for it.
Wow.
So you can do vanilla porter, vanilla stout, and just add a bunch of Oreos in the fermenter. That'd work perfect. That'd be great.
I do the stout. I'd go with Jonathan Elliott. And I am going to make a Cinnamon Toast Crunch beer, and I think I'm going to go stout with it. I'm not going to do dark lager. I'm going to do a session stout. Oreo pastry stout, apartment brewer. Tice Sailor, Oreo blonde. Oreo hef. I love you, G-Funked, but I'm not going to do that. Oreo chocolate milk stout. What makes an Oreo an Oreo? Is it the texture or is it the vanilla? As far as the Oreo goes.
It's like, yeah, I guess it's you're gonna want to use chocolate malt. You're gonna want to use
Chocolate vanilla.
Oreo. I guess yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I guess chocolate malt is probably what you'd want to pair.
Oreo IPA. No, I'm gonna plead the I'm gonna plead the something on the Oreo Belgian. We're getting even worse and worse. We're getting colder and colder. What's the worst beer ever? Tomato IPA? A tomato IPA.
The worst beer ever. I don't know. I haven't had a bad beer. I feel like most of the beers
I've had a
are
lot.
pretty good.
Every Belgian I've ever had, except from Gnomes.
You don't like Belgians?
No, I can't do it.
Really?
I hate tomatoes, but I love salsa. I love bananas, but I can't do Belgians. I something's wrong with
Really?
me, man. Yeah.
It's the like estery phenolics.
That or my dad made me go on too many roller coasters when I was a kid. Like I don't know. Like I want to do a Belgian beer, and I should. I think it'd be good for the channel, but I can't do 5-gallon batches of it. I just can't do it.
You can do. I've done the 3.5-gallon thing for a while now, and it's been great because I brew a lot now because I love the brewing process from start to finish. So I find that 3.5 gallons is perfect because I can brew like every 2 or 3 weeks.
You're doing it on the Clawhammer?
Yeah,
And you're doing
exactly
2 batches a month?
Oh, not that often. I probably only have like one beer. I 1 or 2 beers a night, so it's not that often. So
You said you
my
brew
wife-
every other week. So how many?
Oh no, not every other week. I probably brew like every 3 to 4 weeks. So
Once a month,
yeah.
12, 15 batches a year. I'm about 2 batches a month. It's going to be different though, because I picked up brewing a bag, and you just brew so much faster. And you brew it for the channel, and I'll take it off your hands. Deal, Delonius. Cheers, Braj. Pacific Northwest in the house tonight. Biscuit malt, something already, Oreo stout. Jonathan Elliott, he's going to know his shit. Quesadilla blonde ale, that sounds delicious. That sounds the exact opposite of tomato IPA. Bananas is more like hef. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I have a corned beef pale ale downstairs in the fridge. It's weird, but it works. Corned beef and pale ale.
Corned beef pale ale.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on with
That
that.
Wow.
That seems weird. But I'd try it. I haven't tried anything.
I'll
like
try
that,
anything
but I'd
once.
try. Yeah, for sure.
Twice. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if I were to do 2.5 or 3.5 gallons of beer, I've never done anything less than 5 gallons besides Mr. Beer Kit. And I still drink 5 gallons of beer way too damn fast. I'm going to drink 7 gallons of beer tonight.
Do you have a girlfriend that drinks beer or?
Oh, no, it's just me.
It's you?
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, more for me, man.
Hey, there's no shame in it.
No, I get more beer. Like Noam Brewing, man. He was talking earlier about how he has no friends to judge his beer. It's like, good. More beer for you, Noam.
Back off.
Yeah, my wife drinks beer, but she does. It's not as often as I do, probably. But she does enjoy the darker, stronger beers. So
It's just me, man. It's just me. And I don't really, I mean, these Wednesdays and Thursdays are kind of like my Friday and Saturday. And then on the weekends, I'm kind of just editing or brewing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I felt like I was around a lot more people when I did have a girlfriend. I was in a relationship for 7 years up until about, 6 or 7 months ago. But I feel like I was just around more people with that, which could be cool. If you have a girlfriend or a family, you get invited to more events. But if you don't want to be invited to more events, it's kind of cool to be single. Kind of pick and choose what you want to do more with your weekend or disposable time.
Wow.
Yeah, you definitely get more disposable time, for sure.
So what do you do for your day job if you don't mind me
Yeah,
asking?
I do application security for General Motors.
Another
so I
IT
do-
guy.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the yesterday stream. Yeah, I saw he worked for Google or something.
Just Bruin
But
works
yeah,
for
I do
Google.
like application pen tests, or I look at the results of application vulnerabilities for General Motors. Work with app teams on deployments and stuff like that. So just general application security for cyber defense for GM. So
Cool.
It's been a great job.
Are you close to? I know Detroit's in Michigan. I don't know too much about that, but I know that
Yeah,
Detroit is.
we actually got relocated to the RenCen downtown Detroit, so the big GM building in Detroit. So I'll be working there pretty soon, starting next week.
Right on, man. Congratulations on that, Braj.
Wow.
Thanks, man. But yeah, I enjoy the work from home lifestyle. We've been working from home since the coronavirus, so we'll be
IT in the house.
2 days a week in the office. Yeah.
Right on, man.
So it's been-
So what's the commute like? How far is it from your house to downtown Detroit?
So I live in the Metro Detroit area, but it's about an hour and a half to Detroit. So it's a serious commute from where I'm at. I live in the more of the country, kind of lower population area up north, but it's still about an hour and a half to Detroit, downtown Detroit. So
Damn. 2 days a week though, huh?
yeah, 2 days a week right now, but it's right now it's still optional. So we'll eventually be probably full time 2 days a week.
Well, good luck with that, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeast and the Beast. Matt, I have a master's in information security. I smell bullshit, Yeast. He won't even tell us his real name. Now he's telling us he's got a master's in information security.
I love it. That's awesome.
That
Yeah,
is a brutal commute. Steve ain't kid, man.
Yeah.
Matt,
But
does
it's
it feel
only 2 days a week.
2 days a week? Yeah. Matt, does it feel like we've been doing this for an hour and a half or not at all?
Not at all. It feels like 30 minutes.
I know. It feels like we're
Been fun.
feels like we're just in the first inning, man. We're coming down to the seventh though. I have an hour commute Monday through Friday. I'm essential. Damn, I don't.
That's rough. That's brutal. So good luck.
I got a shitty car too, man. I don't know if I could deal with a commute. I'd have to figure something out. I'd have to get like one of those Priuses or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah, best thing you can do is find some podcasts, brewing podcasts. There's a lot of them out there. So,
Yeah.
Get a few brewing podcasts queued up, and
I'm kidding,
that'll make
Beast.
your ride a lot faster.
Yeah.
So.
I have a car, but it's got no CD player or tape deck. Trent can vouch for that. I'm on like the bare bones minimum, man. I have a 1996 Tacoma, and it's just A to B. That's just it. And I talk to myself way too much when I run, and in my car anyway. I'm trying to run Homebrew for Life skits through my head, so I don't even need music. I'm just going crazy. We got
podcasts. I pretty much have podcasts on, as much as I can. So I follow quite a bit.
We used to have a podcast, but it just kind of turned into the happy hour. It's called the Broadcast.
Broadcast.
Yeah, I still pay for it. If somebody wants to steal my web hosting hours or my web hosting megabytes or gigabytes or whatever they get, like live your life, go for it. Kyle from Clawhammer, when would be a good time? Let me know and I'll be able to see if it works. How about next Wednesday? Wednesday or Thursday? That was really cool to see Clawhammer in here last night.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm
It was
a huge
awesome.
fan, obviously. So
Their videos are so damn good, man.
they commented on my review, which is really cool.
They what?
They commented on my review.
Later apartment, later Braj. You left them a comment and they wrote back?
Well, I made a Clawhammer review, and they actually commented on the video, so it's cool that they're looking out for reviews
cool.
in their system.
Right on.
They're taking creator feedback. So it's
Absolutely, man. Who'd you talk to? Probably Kyle.
awesome. I'm not sure. It just says Clawhammer Supply, so I don't know. I don't know who I was talking to.
Fair enough.
If it was Emmett or whoever, but it was cool to see him.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm talking to Kyle right now. He's got a family. He's got a lot going on, man. They break their backs over there. They bust their ass. But we might have him on next week, so I look forward to that.
Oh,
I'm out to East Coast. G-Funk24. Have a good one, man. Thank you so much again for the super chat and helping produce this stuff. And big shout out to the apartment brewer as well as the super chat. Steve, we'll get you on. Looking forward to October 28th, man, and I'll have your beers cracked and we'll be hanging out. Having a good one, man. I'm going to use the restroom. Matt, can you hold it down?
yeah, for sure.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Chris Vodka.
So what's everyone drinking? Like I said, I'm drinking my Trappist single ale. Been good. The keg's probably almost empty, so I'm the hopes is to bottle a few before the keg gets empty. But I'm thinking about brewing a cream ale for my next batch. So, it's your favorite recipe from your site? You know, I really enjoyed the British bitter, best bitter. I'd say that was probably one of my favorites. But honestly, all of them turned out really good. The Belgian I'm drinking right now actually is
Back in the saddle again.
the Belgian I'm drinking is actually okay. I'm probably not going to brew this again anytime soon, but
back.
you know, Belgians I probably brew like once a year. What's going on, CH?
I'm back, man. Here we go.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Space Dust. Space Dust gets a lot of love.
Yeah, Kolsch Midwest fruit, Midwest tart ale. That's sweet.
We're chilling, man.
Yeah, I'll be brewing that hopefully soon.
Matt, how you doing on time, man? I know you're 3 hours ahead.
You know, it's 10. My bedtime's 11. So whatever.
Couple more beers.
You know, yeah. I mean, whatever. I don't know if you had anyone else planned or
No.
if you want to take it by yourself or.
No. You're here with me, man. Jorge Castro's in the house, man. We're talking about him later on. Yo, CH, your shirt is in the mail, finally. Thank you, Ryan Carter, man. Thank you for support, man. Cheers, Braj. Much appreciated. Should be there tomorrow. Oh, he's sending me one. Oh, much appreciated, man. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Ryan Carter, man. I've had it once, and it got super briny taste. Definitely a weird beer for me. What are we talking about, Matt?
Back off, war child.
I
Seriously.
was just talking about what people were drinking right now. I see you drinking a KBS Stout. Mackinac Fudge. That's awesome. I actually, like I said, my wedding was on Mackinac Island, so that's a awesome style. I have not tried the KBS Mackinac Fudge, but I had the KBS from Founders. Founders is obviously a big name in Michigan, so.
Imperial Yeast Flagship is great for cream ales. Duly noted, Tom Mellon, man. Thank you for that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm actually planning. It's either going to be the sour or the cream ale for my next grain to glass video. So
Say that again. Sour or cream ale?
Yeah, sour, Midwest fruit tart, or it's going to be a cream ale for my next batch. So
sours are a lot more time consuming. Make sure you set that. That day up better, so you're not knocking out or heating up at 5 a.m. like I have to a couple times.
Yeah, I was thinking about planning maybe like Friday, and then hopefully Saturday or Sunday. I don't know how long it takes for the lactobacillus to hit like 3.4, but I would think like
10 hours,
48 hours.
No, it's not that.
fast?
It's pretty fast. For my good belly, I use 10 pills, and I break them open, so I don't know how that 100-degree heat will actually even open up a pill or like whatever we digest. So I just open it up. So it just, I guess, works faster. I think. I don't know. I probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so maybe I'll plan on Saturday then. But we definitely want a weekend for the sour, the kettle sour.
Yeah, it's a super fun beer to do, but again, it's just more time consuming. And as of now, there's no really a good alternative way around it. I don't trust that Philly sour Lallemand yeast. I did it one time, and it ended up tasting very Belgian-y, and I just think it's too good to be true. But I don't know. I did it one time. I'm sure I could hone it in better on second or third round.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably something you got to work on for the souring process. But I'm looking forward to getting that started. So
cool.
We'll probably. I'm leaning towards cream ale for the next one. Then I'll probably sour for the next one. I know sours in the winter probably don't sound too appealing, but like I said, it's always 70 degrees in my house, so it's
good point. But beer tutorials are non-linear, you know.
Yeah.
People could watch that video in 6 months from now when it is summer. Exactly. They have no idea that it's 6 months old, which is awesome.
Right.
Good to see Jorge Castro in the house, man. And for those who are new, this is Matt. He's got a YouTube channel called Trouble Brewing. He's a young pup. He's been doing it for about a year now, and we've got a link to his channel in the description. And we started at 420 subscribers tonight. What are you at now? We're on that just brewing train, man. We're gonna get you up to
I'm not sure honestly.
500. The
I'd be
Philly
surprised if it's
Trick
500.
Sour is 25 degrees. Eddie Butler, man, what's going on, man? Eddie's in the house, man. I think I've actually looked at Eddie's YouTube channel. I think he's a pretty good skateboarder.
Wow.
House
Really?
is badass too. Flagship is awesome. If you're new, you got to do mandatory beer chug, and you have to let it drizzle through your beard and all over your t-shirt to make it real.
Get over here! Come here!
I've had nothing but great success with Philly. Jonathan Elliott. Yeah, like I said, I brewed it once, and I just had too many off flavors. Caramel apple sour is Philly soured. CH, sent you DM of my undergrad. Yeast, I believe you, man. I totally believe you. My undergrad is hanging in my office at work. Got a DM from the beast, man. I believe the beast.
Yeah. He's got no reason to lie. So
8 p.m. your time. All right. Might have Clawhammer back on. I want to get Ross on. You know Ross from Clawhammer?
Yeah. He's working in New Belgium, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I follow their channel quite a bit. I want to say it's New Belgium, but I drink a lot of their beers, so that's cool.
New Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to do a collab with those guys. I want to show up there. I'm not even going to tell them. I'm just going to show up. I'm going to do that to Genus too. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Like, let's film.
I don't even know what time zone they're in. Are they in
Asheville, North Carolina, I believe, or on the outskirts. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So it'd be quite the plane ticket then.
Kyle, are you in here? Is there anybody in there? Really avoids the Belgian taste. Philly sour at 25 degrees C. What is C? Celsius? What does that mean in Fahrenheit?
Oh, I don't know.
People don't. I don't know shit about that. I ferment my Philly at 64-ish.
Yeah. Right.
Periodically sober, man. What's going on, Braj? Lorenzo Ramirez, man. What's going on, Braj? Welcome to the stream. Pink Floyd. That's right. 77 degrees. So you do it hot for the Philly sour?
Wow.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
I don't know. Periodically sober, man. What's up, baby? Just praying that the Dodgers are losing right now. Can somebody give me an update on that?
Get over here!
Tyler Kipping, what's going on, guys? What's your DA rest look like on loggers? I don't do DA rest.
Diacetyl rest. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Yeah.
I think traditional diacetyl is you want to start that early, slowly ramp up to ale temps.
Do it in a keg. Let it rest out while it's in a corny keg. The only trick is to not drink it too fast.
Yeah, I actually I did like I let it sit for like 2 or 3 weeks in lager temps, and then I just let it sit for like another week or two at ale temps, and I didn't detect any diacetyl, and neither did my judges when I submitted it. So
right on. Jay Siniak, he's out of here. Night, guys. Good session. Thanks for being here, Braj. Arthur Forwood clicked to join and got a Padres YouTube ad. That's hilarious. I just wrote, let's go Padres, because the Padres had the worst second half season ever. Not ever, but underwhelming. Matt doesn't watch sports. It's all unless he's betting on it. Austin,
No, I don't.
what's going on, Austin? What's up, you brunch? We still got 53 people here. We're drinking beers. We're hanging out. Tonight's my Saturday night, and we're chilling. I don't know.
do you have any other beers planned for besides your sour, or not your sour, but your smoked?
My smoked one, yeah, we're gonna do a healthy beer, and then I'm probably gonna do a Belgian, and now after talking to you, probably do a 3-gallon batch or 2.5-gallon batch, and then I'm gonna do a sous vide video with the we have the best sous vides. Anybody with a Clawhammer, or Anvil, or Brewzilla, because it's just a bigger sous vide, and you could just put more, you put a whole tenderloin in there, and I'm gonna make that video. And then I'm going to make a Gruit video, and I'm going to make a Braggot video. Everything that I don't drink, I'm going to make a video for. When I go out, I drink hazies and sours and West Coast IPAs, but I'm not going to make any of those videos because I'm an idiot.
Wow.
I was gonna say, do you make videos for all your batches you brew, or is it just random?
90% we shoot. 90% we shoot. It's a good question.
Yeah. Because I'm starting to just pretty much every single batch I record, and
I mean, you might as well. I mean, you might,
yeah,
if
I almost didn't upload the Trappist single, the one I was drinking, but because the brew day was kind of messy. But, had a bunch of family and friends over, so I didn't really track my numbers as well as I typically
NBC.
would. But,
Yeah, I did it a couple times and I really enjoyed it. Later, Arthur, have a good one, man. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed brewing and not filming, and it was very peaceful, and I was by myself, and it was a sober day, and I forgot how it was different, and I really enjoyed it. Anyone got a good name for a triple? Jack Triple, Three's Company Lore. Good name for a triple. I don't know. I would just call it Yeast and the Beast.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. But I brewed a triple a few years back. It didn't turn out great, so I haven't brewed a triple since.
Make Belgian Quad Brage. What's a triple? What's the ABV of a triple and a quad?
So quad is high, so it goes light dark for Belgians. So triple's light color, and it's going to be like somewhere between like 7 to 9. Quad is going to be pushing like 12%.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do 12% beers anymore. Joseph,
You gotta just do those 3.5 gallon batches. Like
I hear that. Yeah, and then you can always mix it with a LaCroix and call it a chiller. That's what we do at Booze Brothers. Jonathan Elliott, Shocker, CH, are you making 5 gallons of that healthy beer? Yeah, I'll make 5 gallons of that. It's going to be like a turmeric beer, like a 3% turmeric beer with maybe some beet stuff. And I don't know. I'm just going to go all tortoise food out. It's going to be called Tortoise Food IPA. It's going to have kale, turmeric, ginger, and beets. It sounds so disgusting.
It's interesting though. I haven't thought of a healthy beer. Usually I don't consider calories when I'm making beer, but it'd be interesting to watch a video on
beet juice,
on that kind of stuff.
Beetlejuice IPA, Beetlejuice, beet juice IPA.
Wow.
Just brew a wit. I did the farmhouse beers back in the day. I kind of burned myself out on those. I need an Old Brun recipe. What is Old Brun?
Wow.
I'm not familiar with that style.
Nor am I. Dave Dempster had a ginger carrot spruce beer recently. That was awesome. You know that Craft Beer Brewing Magazine recently did a all grain recipe on carrot cake, carrot beer, and it looks good. And they have kind of 2 variations of it. If you want to make a carrot cake beer, you could add the lactose and you could add some vanilla. If you want to do it more kind of a lighter, healthier beer, don't do that stuff. But it caught my eye. I might make that. I don't know why, but I might.
Yeah.
Don't
Probably good
trip, bro. Deadmo knows what's up. Sorry, what were you saying?
It's probably a good upload because I can't imagine there's a lot of carrot beers out there. So
Yeah, and as a YouTuber, you 200 videos in, you got to figure like, hey man, sooner or later we're just gonna run out of ideas at some point. Like, what are we even doing this week? The magazine is way tougher. Like every time I get the magazine every month, I'm like, how do you guys keep coming up with this stuff? I mean, there's only so many things in beer, and now they're on to carrot recipes and stuff like that. So I'm not saying it's going to be the next biggest trend. I would bet all of my negative insufficient funds money against it, but it's home brewing, it's experimental. Carrot beer, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, you could just recycle old styles. If you have a video that's maybe 1 or 2 years old, maybe you can change it up.
Yeah.
Like that. So,
Tyler Kipping made a carrot, sweet potato, and pumpkin fall beer a few years back, and it turned out great. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Genus did octopus beer. Genus runs with it, man. They're putting octopuses in their beer, and they're putting
I saw they did lobster, I think twice now.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, I get the shock value of it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
just make an IPA, Braj.
Lobster.
What's up?
I never cooked lobster. I wouldn't think of putting seafood in homebrew, but
yeah. I like the idea. I mean, I like the whole how crazy can we get with this, but I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
weird.
I've got a lot of videos that probably don't make a lot of sense to people, and that's it. Anybody use oak chips for a recipe? It's been a while, but I used to use them a lot. Maybe Matt's used them before, more recently than I have.
I haven't used oak chips before, but it's very common to emulate barrel aging for like your Imperials or barrel aged stouts or barrel aged porters or something like that.
I feel like it's kind of a thing of the past. I think it was more popular.
Yeah, a lot of kits too. I just brewed a extract kit with my dad a few weekends ago, and we did a barrel aged porter. And yeah, it's just you soak some oak chips in some whiskey or something, and you throw them in the fermenter, and you let it go.
Tincture.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
What did I used to do? I used to put something in vodka, and I used to orange peel, sweet orange peel. Did you ever do
I've
that?
done raisins. I've done raisins for a what did I do? It's actually a Northern Brewer kit. It's they're grandma's secret cookies or grandma's cookies, something like that. So you'd soak raisins in some vodka for a tincture, and then you'd do some oatmeal, like just an oatmeal stout or something like that with raisins and vodka. But
Did you not like the process? Like when I remember doing it, I don't think half the things were submerged and it got moldy and you had to wait way too long. I was like, I'm just going to buy the extract. This is bullshit.
yeah, it's just an extra process.
This sucks.
It's an extra thing you got to do.
Yeah.
I like to try to keep things simple.
Yeah.
As simple as possible. And as long as you can make good beer, keeping it simple is good.
I like that. So. Alexander Morales, drink a triple, sing double, feeling single. Drink a triple, sing double, feeling single. Is that Ross from Clawhammer? Because that's awesome. That's a quote that should be on the wall at Beverages and More. Bevmo. Belgian Jubel with raisins. Sounds good. Who do you watch the channel Doing the Most?
I think I'm subscribed to them. If not, I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, he made a music video that I enjoyed. It was like, don't use raisins in beer, but I don't know why he was so up in fuss about it. Is there anything that I don't know why raisins in beer is so frowned upon, or is it just he hates raisins?
Wow.
I think he hates raisins. I don't.
That's it?
I don't think there's any reason not to use raisins in beer. I mean, obviously, it's depending on the style. You're not going to want to throw raisins in like an IPA, like a West Coast IPA. But depending on the style you're brewing, I mean, raisins are fine.
Raisins would be great in a stout. But
Yeah,
what are raisins? Dried cranberries? Dried grapes?
Dried grapes, I think.
Yeah, they'd be great in a malty beer. Absolutely.
For sure.
I don't know.
A lot of sweetness.
Yeah, I don't know if I do a sour with it. I think sour kind of works better with kind of the hard seltzer vibe. I think it works better with citrus or peaches. I don't think peaches are considered citrus, but I love peach sours. I think peach is my favorite flavor in a sour or a hard seltzer. Never had it in an IPA. I don't know why. I don't. That's a good question. What's the best flavor to give an IPA? Or even the most popular? Probably grapefruit or blood orange.
Fruity. Yeah, it would be citrus.
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 But why is there no lemon or lime IPAs? It's always blood orange or grapefruit.
Yeah, I guess I'd want to make something crushable. So whatever's complements the hops you're using.
Blood orange, Eddie Butler.
Like Mosaic, you're gonna get a lot of floral from those. So I'd say like floral, citrus, stuff like that. So
Pine and grapefruit IPA. Jonathan Elliott, Jorge Castro. McKellar once brewed a licorice IPA. We're talking about red. Or we're talking about black because black sounds absolutely disgusting. And what is red licorice? Just cherry, strawberry. You know what's weird is there's not too many strawberry beers. The most popular style I think would be blonde. I don't see them in IPAs.
Yeah, it would be
strawberry
either a blonde or a wheat
or
a sour.
Never seen a strawberry sour. Never had one. I've had the rhubarb sours. What the hell's a rhubarb?
We grew that at my parents' house.
What is it?
So it's a stalk. Stalk. So it's like a big leaf. The leaves are like this big, but it's like this red to green stalk that you cut up and you can cook it, and it's very, very tart. So we'd used to eat those, cut them up, and you can like dip them in sugar and eat them.
Okay.
But this is country living in Michigan, so
seen a lot of rhubarb sours.
Yeah, that would work.
Maybe I did see a strawberry rhubarb stout. Maybe we did a barrel-aged stout.
Wow.
Rhubarb grows everywhere on the east coast of Canada. Great and jam. Shout out to Eddie Butler. Canada in the house, man. We got Puerto Rico in the house. We've got Michigan in the house. We've got Southern California in the house. It's like celery, but bitter. Trans Am guy. Thank you for the description. That makes perfect sense. Austin, Theron, I agree, but some think they are necessary. rather than being a flavor ad. We got to get Theron on here, man. Theron's been the barrage for like the last month.
He's a
Party time brewing in the house, man. What's up, James? Did somebody say Canada? We got to get James on too. I think I got a next Thursday spot open.
Party Time Brewing, a new channel?
He's got a great channel. New word channel. Yeah, he's been breaking his back to put out content, and his content's really good. He's out there in he's on this lake in Canada. It looks like some Friday the 13th stuff, but it's awesome. It's an awesome channel to watch just based off the scenery alone. But he's building keg graders and brewing beers, and he's got a good vibe, and he cracks me up, man. Party time. He's got a theme song. Sometimes it gets stuck in my head. Yeah. Party time. Party time.
Yeah, I don't have that, so that's fancy.
CH, when are you making out to Maryland? East Coast is some great brews. I've been to Maryland. I've been there when I was 21, and every guy there was wearing a pink collared shirt with a popped collar and Croc shoes. It was a lot different than San Diego vibe. But it was cool. I loved it out there. I played a game at I don't know. It was one of those expensive schools. George Washington University. Everything was brick building. George Washington. We played Fairfax and Virginia Tech. I don't know. I'll think of it though. But I've been to Maryland.
I've not been over there.
Just subbed to Party Time. I'll check it out after. Shout out to Eddie Butler, man. Big shout out. Hey, I'm going to go switch to a brown ale. Matt, can you hold it down, Brush?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to know, Matt. Hold it down, Brush.
Well, sounds good. Yeah, Party Time. I'll have to subscribe. I have not checked out your channel yet, so shout out for Party Time Brewing. That's awesome. If I remember correctly, you said you're trying to upload 50 videos or something like that for the end of the year, something crazy like that. Maybe that's a different channel, but I remember something like that. Have you peed yet? No, I have not. It's funny that you asked because I actually have to go. So, but I'll hold the fort down. I need to refill my glass as well, though. So pretty soon. Has anyone brewed a kettle sour before? That's the question, because I might need to chat. I'm still learning how to do kettle sour. So looks like Eddie said making a double sour IPA. That sounds awesome, dude. Between the sour and the high IBU, that sounds like it could complement well. Just subscribe, Matt. Thank you so much. What are you fermenting at the moment? It's actually my wife's first brew. It's a imperial stout. So there's a lot of chocolates, caramel, and coffee notes. That's what she wanted, so that's what we designed the recipe around. So that grand glass video will be coming out probably in the next month. So we'll stay tuned for that. Should be a lot of fun. She has not brewed a beer yet, so watch David Heath's Sour series. That's a great suggestion, Dave. I'm subscribed to David Heath. I think he's awesome. I think he's a professional brewer in the past, and he's got these tried and true recipes that he submitted. I've brewed lots of David Heath, or at least I've taken a lot of his recipes and modified slightly just to change things up on my end. So a lot of my recipes I brew that I submit on my channel, I pull inspiration from a lot of home brewers on YouTube. So I usually change up some things, but if I don't change up anything, I try to mention the home brew that I pulled it from, like Genus Brewing on the citrus wheat I brewed recently. So which turned out really, really good. What's the best beer you've made so far, Austin? It's hard to say. Best, I'm not sure. I'm not too picky with my beers. I like IPAs. I like sours. I like dark beers.
Feels like it's midnight.
I'm not too picky. Was that CH?
It is only 7:30 in my world right now, man. That's crazy. What's going on?
10:30 on my world, so it's getting a little late.
It's 10:30. One more beer.
Yeah, I'm probably wrapping up around 10:30 to 11 for me, so probably the next 10 to 30 minutes. For
All
me,
right,
so.
man. I'll go 4 more hours after you take off. Maybe we can get some West Coaster on or something. Who is here? 5 more beers. I'm with Goosefraba, man. Big shout out to Goosey. Thanks, Gus. May the party never end. We'll do one when Matt takes off, man. But appreciate you guys being here right now and giving Matt some support, just like how we hooked you guys helped Justin out last night. And Matt was saying you get a couple of subscribers a day, and now you're getting kind of a camel bump and boost in the analytics. So
Love it.
yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like I said, anybody who ever opens up a brewery, man, I will come out there sooner or later. I know it's not in the short term goal for you and your wife and your family, but one day I'll be able to just hop on a plane and go and check out Jonathan Elliott's brewery, Jorge Castro's brewery, anybody else's brewery that's in the beer home brewing community, and it should be rad. Camel Bump, A-Hoster right there. Joseph Ide, CH, you should get Stone Cold Steve Austin on here. I would if I could, but I can't. I don't even know if he's a beer drinker anymore. I think all those guys went sober. I might be wrong. Austin, 1220 Mid-Atlantic. West Coast baseball is keeping me up these days. What's the score? What's going on? Please tell me the Giants are winning.
Wow.
I'm over 40 and I have to get up in 5 hours. Later, Earthbound. Love the name, man. Later, Earthbound. Have a good one, Braj.
That's rough, man. I need my 8 hours or I get cranky. So
I can do 6 as long as I'm not too hungover. It's not so much like the hours I need. I just can't be too hungover. Like I probably had 7 of these beers last night. This is already my 4th. But last night I was drinking hazies, and today's run sucked.
yeah,
But I ran.
they go down too easy. They're too comfortable to drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna hang out on after you, but I'm gonna play Metroid and kind of just chill out, drink a bunch of waters, because tomorrow, I don't know. What am I doing tomorrow?
Yeah. Someone mentioned Hops
maybe we
and
should
Gnarly.
stay up all night. Hops and Gnarly, man. He's got a good channel. Is he in here? Is there anybody in there?
That's who I was actually pulling my my Midwest fruit tart recipe from. So
Hops and Gnarly?
Oh, yeah. So he made a Midwest fruit tart from this style that I really like. So
What's this good beer?
I'll be swiping from his channel.
Cool. Hops, if you're in here, man, say what up. You little silent but deadly warrior. No, he's got a good channel. He's got very good production. He's got very theatrical
Oh, geez.
vibe. Is he in here? What's going on? 0-0 bottom 4th. Eddie Butler's probably not in here, but love his channel. You guys would get along. We get along with everybody, man. Jonathan Elliott, Parent Teachers Conference tomorrow. It's a late nighter for me. I will be getting Metroid Dread. It's great. It's fast. I think I'm already like 10% in. I've only been playing for a couple hours. Lance Criswell, I'm 51 and can't stay in bed that long. Not because I want to, but my back and shoulders won't let me. I hear you, man. I've got a bad rotator cuff, torn labrum on my right side. I toss and turn. It sucks. Hops and Gnarly is awesome. Yeah, I'd love to give him on. Does anybody know what time zone he's in? I think he's in Colorado.
No idea.
No clue?
No. Never chatted with him, but I do like his channel.
Barley and Hops. Who's that? Is that the guy who needs to interact with his community, in my opinion?
Hey, I need to step away, CH, for just a minute. Be right back.
Go for it. Barley and Hops. Is that the guy who does his show out of his single car garage? I think he films it with a GoPro. Barley and Hops. I think I know this barrage. There's a lot of YouTube channels with Barley and Hops. Or Hops and something going on. Barley and Hops. Not him. I'm thinking of another guy. I'm thinking of a younger guy. Damn, 140,000 subscribers. This was definitely not who I'm thinking of. Mo has no time zone. Tom Mellon. Who am I thinking of? Who's the guy that hops and barley and the hops? Hops and hops? Who's the guy? What's the channel where it's a guy and he's outside and he's always like staring down. His like hands are like this and he's always like, and then he looks like he's sitting on a picnic table before he gets into the video, before he gets into his video. Barley and something, hops and barley. Barley and the hops. No. Something else. Austin, NBC, man. We can do it right now. All right, we'll do an NBC.
I know what we have to do.
What do you want?
Say it. M. No.
B. Just say it!
C.
More mandatory charge!
Yeah, he's got glasses. Yeah, Scooby-Doo. I think he's from LA. All right, it came back as blue. I like it. Barley and the hops. Why is everyone's name the same? Barley and the hops?
What's going on? Back.
No, Barley and the hops. It's this older gentleman. Barley and the hops TV. Mandatory rum and Coke chug. Barley and the hops TV.
Oh, I'm familiar with them.
Who's the guy that wears glasses? The young. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Barley and the Hops TV. So there's a Barley and the Hops and a Barley and the Hops TV. Someone's got to change their name. This is ridiculous.
I'm familiar with the barley and hops that brews out of his garage. I don't know if that's the TV one or if that's someone different.
Did he stop making videos? No, he's still making videos. Using dregs from past sour homebrews. Barley and the Hops TV. Someone nailed that. Made my wife join too. Shout out to Austin, man. We got a lady in the house, man. Everybody be cool. I think there's a couple ladies in here. He did a mini tank review.
Come on down!
Jonathan Elliott. Yeah, it's the old guy. The old guy is Barley and the Hops. The younger guy is Barley and the Hops TV. Barley and the Hops. Someone's got to change their name, and I'm going to say that the Barley and the Hops TV guy does because... Yeah, he's still putting out content.
I'm familiar with the younger guy, not the older guy.
Yeah, I think I've reached out to him a couple times back in the day, and he didn't write me back, so I was kind of like, just like, fuck this guy. But I don't know.
He seems to not upload too often, but I did like his content.
Calvin and the Hops. Roger and the Hops. No, I don't know. I don't watch his channel. I think it's rad that he's putting out beer stuff. But no, it's been a while. But I remember reaching out to this guy a couple of years ago. I don't know. To each their own. Do your own thing. You know, you don't need to write back people in the comments. You don't need to network. You know, you can just kind of do your own thing. And he's living his life. I don't know if he's all about doing this as a hobby or he wants to open up a brewery or anything kind of bigger than that. But he's definitely putting out content. Still.
Yeah.
A lot of content. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, the smallest batch of beer ever made. Should you use Lupamax? I have no idea what Lupamax is. Visiting breweries in Chandler, Arizona. Using dregs from past sour homebrew. No idea what that means. Black is beautiful beer for 2021. Lupamax. Oh, Lupamax. Yeah. How much is too much low quatin beer? He's got like 10 videos in 5 months. I don't know. Homemade mead, the second attempt.
Have you ever made mead or wine or anything like that?
Made mead.
You've made mead?
Yeah,
Okay.
made mead. Calvin
How'd
and
it turn
hops. It was good. I didn't put it down. I don't wait on beers. I don't barrel age stuff. I don't put stuff in glass carboys and let it age and stuff over time. That's not what kind of Homebrew for Life is about. Homebrew for Life is like fast, quick. Let's brew. Let's turn beer over. Elementary Brew Co. in the house, man. What's up, Raj? The doctor is in. The teacher is in. But I made mead. It was 13%. It was good. There was no off flavors. It was sweet. And the more you kind of wait on it, I guess it goes from sweet to dry. Other than that, it was good. I did 5 gallons of it. Kind of dangerous to have 13%. Yeah, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm actually my buddy that always comes to my brew day. He doesn't love beer, but he likes mead and wine. So I actually have right behind the webcam. I have 2 1-gallon, a sweet and a dry mead running right now. So
that's a good quantity to do right there. 13 or 1 gallon or 2 or 3 gallons.
Yeah.
But I do want to do a session braggot. I don't know if it's 50-50 between grain and honey. I know that breweries can do braggots because there's kind of this loophole that if it's more maybe 60-40 or 70-30 in San Diego, they could do braggots. I know they're not popular, which means they don't sell, but I would like to just try one anyway because I don't think I've ever really had one. Or if I have, it's been a while.
I haven't tried a braggot yet. Interested in trying one, but yeah, I think it's like 51% like one way, and
it's got to be more grain.
It's just barely
for
it to be considered like BJCP braggot.
That sounds right.
But yeah, I don't know what I don't know if the liquor licensing is different per states or something like that, where it has to be like 70-30 or 80-20 or something like that.
50-50, Bellwether in Washington. I believe it's the old world styles. Yeah, something like that. Deadmo, I'm going to follow the Brew Show's video guide for sake and make one of those someday. Haha. Shout out to Deadmo, man, and the Brew Show if you're still here.
Yeah.
Who has a favorite michelada mix? I used to make my own, but it's been a long time. And I actually made a video on that. It's called The Ultimate Hangover Cure. That was way back in the Homebrew for Life days. I got to probably set some of these videos to private just to preserve myself from the cringe.
Wow.
Is it really that bad? I have not dove that deep into your channel yet.
If you're putting out content consistently, the videos you thought were so good a year ago are going to be cringe right now. And the videos I'm putting out now, hopefully in a year from now, I look back and be like, damn, I can't believe we put those out. I don't know. You kind of learn and take something from every previous video, and you see people get better. I could tell Yeast and the Beast, his production's better. Elementary Brew Co., he shot a video with a keg raider visiting, I think it was his brother, and it was a very good video. And if you look at that video to their first video, you're like, yeah, it's just night and day. And you look back at the first stuff and you're just like, damn, A for effort, F for cringe. Yeah. A+ for cringe.
Wow.
Yeah. I right now a lot of my videos have kind of the same formula. I'll probably change it up at some point, but my video quality is just iPhone.
That's all you need, man.
iPhone recording, and it's very simple, keeping it simple. Not too complicated, because if it gets too complicated, I'm not going to want to upload. So you got to keep it simple, and that way you get more uploads.
Turn up the guest mic a little bit. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my mic down, and then you guys can turn your computers up, and that should compensate for it. Thank you, Aaron, though. My biggest advice, CH said my videos are better. Oh my God, I can die. Here's the thing, Yeast in the Brush. Anybody that wants to start out making YouTube videos or filming brew days, the number one thing I would stress is audio. Just have good audio. Whether sometimes you could have your camera so close to your face you don't even need to worry about having a microphone or something. But focus on audio first. And then my second biggest advice would be focus on B-roll, because when I first started watching YouTube videos, BrewTube videos, it would just be guys in a kitchen, one shot, talking about something, and it's just the same shot for 20 minutes. It's like, guys, you got to put B-roll over that. Put B-roll. Anything you're talking about, put B-roll over that. B-roll is how would you even explain B-roll? It's like the B-roll.
I mean,
like the A-roll is who's ever talking, keep the camera on them, and then whatever they're talking about, put the 3 or 4 second clips in there, and that's the B-roll.
Yeah, audio is really important though, because if you
Audio's
got
huge.
shitty audio, someone's going to not watch your video for very long. So
Yeah.
audio is definitely the most important thing. Video is
Absolutely.
second. So just utilize your mixer, whatever program you're using. I'm using DaVinci, which is a free program. But yeah,
Wow.
utilize your mixer. Make sure you're in the right levels, you're in the green, and that way you're not going to get an average
Distortion.
watch time of 30 seconds
That's right.
so, on your videos.
Nicholas Vermillion. What's up, Rajesh? Greetings from sunny South Africa. Cheers, man. Cheers from San Diego. And Matt's out there on the outskirts of
Michigan.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Hour and a half away from Detroit. Austin, Death Before Tea. I have that. That's one of my favorite t-shirts. That was the first concept I came up with. Death Before
Yeah, I love
Dishonor. Death Before $18 4-packs. And the funny thing about that is most 4-packs now are like $25. It should have been Death Before $24.99 4-packs because $18 is not that expensive anymore.
I was going to say, sometimes you can find 4-packs for like 20, $25, depending on what you're looking at. If it's like some specialty barrel aged,
Yeah.
12% something,
Yeah.
you can get a 4-pack for very, very expensive now.
I got a question. This is for the chat, and obviously I don't want to talk politics, but I was thinking about there was one time when I wanted to make a T-shirt called "Make," what was Donald Trump's campaign?
Make America Great Again.
Yeah, I was gonna do make 6-packs $10 again, and I thought like that could work, but that could also not work for a sticker.
I like it.
Yeah,
like
but
it.
like most people, then you think like, oh, this guy loves Trump, or like, I just stayed away from it. I thought it was funny, and then I was like, no, it's just too much. But you dig it? Make 6-packs $10.
Yeah,
again?
you should. Your channel is big enough where I think you can poll things, right, on your channel. You should send out a poll and see if, like, with some T-shirt designs. And
Geese
see
in the
if,
Bees, I'd buy
they poll
that.
it.
I'm gonna run this by Jorge Castro. I'm gonna run this by my dad. I'm gonna run this by a couple other people, but it might rub some people the wrong way. But I don't know. I don't know. At one point, I thought it was okay. The Bruce Show's still here though. Goosefraba, I'd buy that for $1. Trivia question: what movie is that from? And Goosefraba can't answer that.
Wow.
I couldn't either.
Lance Criswell, I'd buy that. Make 6, because everybody was coming out with that whole joke, like make burritos $5 again, make this like affordable again, and I saw a lot of just funny memes and stuff like that. RoboCop, yeah, Party Time Brew.
Back off, war child.
Oh, does it come from RoboCop?
I'd buy
I
that
have
for
not seen
$1.
that.
Yeah. I don't know why they threw that clip in that movie, but they just did. I do not know. Trans Am guy got it. Party Time Brewing. Yeah, maybe I'll run that. Make 6-packs $10 again. Buy a couple people that I know might not think that's funny or catchy, and then I'll see where they kind of stand on that.
Or just stick to homebrew.
What's up?
Just stick to homebrew. It's like $1 a pint.
What do you mean?
Like I do. Or just stick to homebrew instead of paying.
Oh, I'm buying $6. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I made that T-shirt Death Before $18 4-packs, and I wore that in front of my bosses. I was pouring beer a couple of years ago part time at a brewery called Culture, and they were like, "I love that shirt. Like that's very funny." I didn't know what kind of, because we sold our 4-packs there I think for $25. 4-packs of 16.
Wow.
Yeah, we do mobile canning at that place. We didn't have our own bottling canning lines. We'd had to hire a third party to come in. And yes, Austin, most definitely I will come out. And it's more money, but you also don't have to drop $100,000 on a canning machine. So we had to kind of charge an arm and a dick for that. People that use third party canning lines, they're going to have expensive 4-packs or 6-packs.
Yeah, I was thinking because they have all these. Is it like called a cannular? I could be wrong, but there's all these expensive. Like I feel like you
I've
can
heard
get
of that.
canning for like $600 or $700 now. I feel like you buy one of those, you pay some guy $15-20 an hour. I feel like you can can a lot of beer in an hour. For that $20, you're paying for someone's hourly wage.
The name of the game with canning lines, though, it's like how many beers can they do an hour, though? You know, like you want it to do like X amount of 6-packs an hour, because if it's just 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, like it's going to take forever, and then you're just eating up the labor costs. You're just paying way too much in labor.
Yeah, that's the stuff I gotta learn. So
Brewery owner laughed at my $18 4-pack shirt. He said, I'll remind you of that when you're up and ready. I know. Jonathan Allen's going to be selling $25 4-packs. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
hey, if you can sell them,
Wow.
cheers
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah. I mean, the way I look at it is everything's market value.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you can sell your $18 4-packs, I applaud you.
How much is a 6-pack of Budweiser? Probably more than $10 nowadays.
7. I would think it'd be like $7.
That's what it was like 20 years ago.
Wow.
I don't even know.
Honestly, I can't remember the last time I had Budweiser.
Not only that, but I don't think they do 6-packs. I think they do either like the 30-pack or the 12-pack or just the tall boy. I think that the 6-packs aren't even worth it. I think that it's I don't know if it's a margin thing or it's the least popular format to buy their beer, but I haven't seen a 6-pack in Budweiser in a very long time.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
I do see the unchilled little 32-pack of cans. You're right. I don't really see a whole lot of bottles.
Or the tall boy can.
Yeah. Or the tall boy cans with the
tall boy
natty
can.
daddies
Yeah.
and the stuff like that.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I don't know, man. What happened to all those beers? You don't see those anymore. Ice House and
people got too stingy
snobby.
with their beers.
Yeah.
People got a taste of those IPAs or those hazies at the brewery, and their taste change.
Yeah. I mean, if you're 29 years old, I remember stealing beer and going on beer runs when I was 15, 16, 17 years old, and it was just a different world. I mean, there was
For sure.
Stone wasn't there. It was all
No.
I mean, like, I don't even think my places, unless you go to the grocery store, I think it's pretty tough to find MGD, Miller Genuine Draft.
Yeah.
My store, my 7-Eleven might have Mickey's, but it's just weird now. Now there's ciders and moonshine or June shine and orchards and
Yeah, I feel like
and
orchards, ciders are huge. At least in Michigan, I feel like you'll see a whole freezer full of orchards or something.
because it's an
ciders
East
or
Coast
wines.
vibe. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more it's
yeah,
bigger
yeah.
out there.
Yeah. Well, we have a big local orchard in my area, Lakes, that does their own stuff. But yeah, it's not uncommon over here to get a lot of apple stuff.
Wow.
I could
That's
get
for
a
sure.
case of 24 of Yingling for $14 when I was in college.
For $14, that's a good price.
You know, the first time I had Yingling, the first and last time, I was drinking it at a bar for $2.50, man. It's not expensive. It's not expensive.
No.
It's just the grass is always greener. We can't get it on the West Coast.
Yeah, I feel like everything's a little bit more expensive over there, but you have the options over there. You have a lot of different options. You have a lot of people, a lot of startups over there. You have a lot of breweries opening up over there. So
Wow.
you always have the groundbreaking stuff for breweries over there, different styles. So it's pretty cool.
It's cool how like everything comes together based off just, I don't know, different parts of America, beer styles, trends take off more and start things. And,
Yeah.
New York and East Coast is more cider and orchard friendly, and then the New England hazy IPA, and then the West Coast bitters pretty much stems from, I don't know, Racer 5 in Northern California and getting beers up to 60, 70, 80 IBUs.
Yeah, I stay away from those now.
Why?
I like
Hangovers?
easy drinking, fruity, or dark. The big like 80 to 90 IBU beers. I used to
Wow.
love those, but
Bad
they like ruin
hangovers?
me now. Well, it's just not fun to drink. I
Just
I
weighs you
can't
down?
I can't toss a few of those back. I like if I'm going out to the brewery or something with buddies, it's lighter beers or it's dark beers because I can toss those back pretty easy.
Fair enough, Braj. Thelonious Monk, being born in North Carolina and now living in Washington, I can say that the West Coast microbrews seem to be better quality overall than the East Coast. Duly noted, Thelonious, man. Chalk one up for you, the West Coast. Trans Am guy used to get Lionhead for $12. I do not know what Lionhead is, but I'm interested. Mickey's Wide Mouth, $4 for 6-packs back in 1990. I used to love those. You crack the Mickeys, and they always had the riddles underneath it. It'd be like a fly with a hand, and you'd put all the words together, and it'd be like, it'd have one quick liner. It was awesome. I think it's the water quality. I think you might be onto something. I think Delonius definitely might be onto something. Lionhead.
Haven't heard of it.
Wow.
No, I haven't heard of
No.
it.
I don't know. Matt, how you doing on time over there, Braj? Are you chilling or? You
Yeah,
probably
I
gonna
mean,
wrap it up?
yeah, we could probably wrap it up. I got work in the morning, so
Duly noted.
Yeah.
Well, for those who are here, much appreciated, and we've got a link to Matt's channel in there, and hopefully we can get some subs. He's got a great channel. He's on the Clawhammer system. He's out there in Michigan. And Matt, thanks for your time, man. I mean, we can finish our beers, but I just want to let you know that I appreciate this, Braj.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been nice chatting with you. I've been watching your
Absolutely.
channel for a while, so
Thanks, man.
it's been good to chat, and it's nice to talk to your chat. It's
I could talk about beer all day, man. I could talk about beer and video
yeah, I
games
could too,
all
but
day.
I appreciate it.
One more,
appreciate it.
5
Watch
more.
out,
All right,
seriously.
when you take off, I'm gonna get brutal with Alyaz Mohamed and Delonius. And Darren Blackwood's here, man. Ruben Ramirez, what's going on, Braj? Joseph Ide. It's the after party. We're gonna crash the after party after the after party.
Wow.
Do you guys have any more questions? You guys got Matt for 5 or 10 more minutes. Any do's or don'ts, or what places to check out if you're in his neck of the wood and stuff like that? Give it a go. I'm gonna go fill up another beer and I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Matt, don't
sounds
leave.
good.
Don't leave me, Matt.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm here and ready. Worked as a warehouse man building loads for truck drivers. We sold Ice House 18 at a time. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Maybe I'm too young for that. But it's been nice chatting with you guys. Really, it's been a lot of fun. Hazy, New England IPAs, more hops, Whirlpool, or dry hop. You're going to want to... The biotransformation is very important, which is a fancy word for yeast makes different... yeast makes change to hops when you dry hop. So it's a combination of the two. You're going to want to do a lot of dry hop additions, and you're going to want to do a lot of Whirlpool additions. So I have a New England IPA. It's my first grain of glass video, Ryan. So check that out. But yeah, check out biotransformation for New England IPAs. Flavor. Stay away from bittering additions. So any breweries you recommend in Salt Lake City? I cannot recommend any. No. Now it's your chance, Matt. Ron. No, I'm okay. Thanks. What's the next steps in a brew house? Yeah, party time. I right now it's very theoretical. It's kind of more of a retirement plan, if I'm honest. But it's the dream, right? I do IT security stuff as my day job, but I hopefully I'll migrate to the brewing scene probably when I'm a little bit older. So that's the plan. Lived in Philly. Tom lived in Philly my whole life until 2 years ago down south New Jersey now. Jonathan.
I just thought about it, and I'm not going to do it. I remember somebody telling me that do not do that. If you do anything merch wise or anything that's somewhat controversial, do not do it. Do not do it. And the owner from Twisted Horn taught me that, and I'm gonna listen to his advice. I had a lot to think about, man. I had a lot to think about just from filling up another beer right now, man. My whole life flashed before my eyes.
Yeah.
Blow my snot.
Real quick, the hood to reduce moisture in the room. I want to comment on this because I saw someone else's comment on the hood vent. So the hood vent helps, but it doesn't solve the problem. You're still gonna have moisture in your basement when you're brewing. So I would recommend. I actually installed a window. You can't see it in the camera in the screen, but I actually in my basement brewery series, I actually talked about this in my latest video. You're gonna want some sort of ventilation to the outside in addition to your hood vent. So I would recommend.
Get over here!
What are we talking about? What's going on? Inside jokes?
Chatting with the chat.
This beer is gonna put me back over 200 pounds. Chris Vodka. The other day I was 196. I started drinking again, and it was 199. I was like, yeah, this beer for sure. I had tuna fish for dinner. I ate a bunch of tuna fish. Beer's just I don't know. But the good thing about me is I can lose weight. Super fast. Just cut out beer and bread. Is that a hood or just a fan? What are we talking about?
Wow.
It's a hood and a fan, and then I'd recommend also ventilation on top. So it's a lot. If you check out my my basement brewery series, it's the last video where I talk about that.
Right on, right on. Is the hood to moisture? Okay, I'm catching up with the chat right now. Probably a pretty good call.
Yep.
Good to see Chris Vodka here, man. Big shout out to Chris Vodka, man. He's the new Homebrew for Life branding brand ambassador. I'm gonna run everything by him from here on out. And if Matt, if you need anything graphic design wise, there's some pretty cool people that want to help out the BrewTube stuff. Chris Vodka, the BrewTubers, and there's Jules Games Art, man. He's killing it. He's chilling. Tom Mellon, 50 plus going strong. Does that mean we have 50 or is that his birthday? We have 53. Just turned a sub, Matt. There you go, man.
Wow.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm stoked that this works. People come on, tell their story, and it helps their channel or their brand or their Instagram or their merch store or their charity or whatever they want to promote, which is awesome, man. So thank you, Aoster, and everybody else.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you guys think it's worth it to carb stone or force carb, or just be patient unless you're brew carb over the next 3 or 4 days? That's a great question. You give them your answer, and I'll give them my answer after this. That's definitely a homebrew for life question.
Forced carb. I personally, I've seen Homebrew for Life's the shake the carboy thing or the fermenter thing. I personally just let it at 35 psi for 24 hours.
Yep.
And then I just start drinking after 24 hours.
Well,
and
you turn it down, right? You turn it down after.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 12 psi or 6. Somewhere between 6 and 12 psi or whatever your system serves best at. But yeah, 35 psi for 24 hours, and then you can start drinking. That's the way I do it. So,
yeah, I love it. Talk to 10 different brewers, you get 10 different answers. I'm down with the quick carb, the $30 thing. If you want to spend $30, I'd rather do that. I think I was drinking beer in 6 or 8 hours than doing the forced carb thing. I do it. I used to do it, but it just doesn't give me peace of mind. And peace of mind, I think, is everything with home brewing. Did I clean my keg lines? And all of a sudden in your head, it's going to start tasting worse, But I think the carb stone thing is a great thing. It's 6 hours. You don't have to wait until morning. I definitely do not wait 3 or 4 days to brew beer, though. And exactly like Matt just said, you could crank that shit up to 30 psi. The bummer about cranking it up to 30 or 40 psi really fast is that you might want to have to retighten your hose clamps on your tubes, because I've kicked one off before. I cranked it up to 30. I was like, damn, I want to drink beer tonight. And I went back to check on it, and I opened up my fridge, and I heard all this hissing, and I was like, shit, man. Thank God I still have some CO2 left. But if you do crank it up to 30, just make sure your hose clamps are tied on your CO2 tubes or your beer line or your faucet line.
It's not bad to get a soapy rag and just hit your connections. I think you actually released a short on this CH.
Which one? I love the shorts.
The short talking about checking your connections for your
yeah.
So, but yeah, you can get a soapy rag, just hit your connections real quick, make sure there's no leaks. Because I've actually emptied out 2 5-gallon or 5-pound CO2 containers.
It's the worst.
Because, it's a quick $15 down the drain. But it's not worth it's worth checking. So
yeah, and I got that. We were talking about that when Gnome came on, just talking about just making adjustments or picking up a CO2 tank, putting it in your fridge or taking it out, putting it outside. It's like once you do that, check every leak anytime you make an adjustment, because he had a CO2 tank that burned out, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to make this video. And I made the video the next day. Bad news, CH10LA. All right, well, that's Matt. Matt, I mean, I'm still going to be hanging out, man. I know that's 11 o'clock your time, man. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I'd say that's it. I got work in the morning, but hey, I loved it. Let me know. You got my Discord, so let me know if you want to chat any other time. If you need an hour
to have you back, Raj.
here and there.
Yeah,
I'd love to have it.
Yeah, and I know it's difficult for you East Coasters, the hosts, the guests. So I appreciate that, but we'll have you back on within the next 3 or 4 weeks if you're into it, man.
Yeah, I'd love it. Just let me know in Discord and we'll plan a day.
You got it, brother. All right, Matt. Thank you so much. I'm gonna hit a couple of your friends right there, and have a good one, Braj.
Yeah, see ya.
Later, brother. All right, we're here. Everyone's in my world now. Jorge Castro, let's get you on, Braj. We can wrap it up. We can hang out. We can keep drinking beer. How's that? Big shout out to Matt. Big shout out to everybody who helped support his channel. I know that the stupidest I've ever felt with YouTube is when we were starting out. So it's good to have that kind of confidence, and it stems from people watching your channel and getting the support and the thumbs up, the comments, and coming on. Spirit World. Brandon Chamberlain. Sorry, drunk and have to work at 5 in the morning. Big shout out to Brandon Chamberlain, man. Cheers, Braj. He's always in the super chats, man. Much appreciated, Braj. Andy B. East Coast is the best coast. Trouble Brewing with Matt Ushman. Thanks for having me on. It was a lot of fun. Big shout out to you, Matt. Thanks for being on here. Let me know if we got you over the 500 mark in the morning, man, because I'm into that shit, and that's cool. Jorge Castro. Cheers, Braj. Yeah, Matt, I got to get you some shirts, man. Let me know what size you are. Alyaz, late to the table, man. What's going on? Spirit World. Yeah. Did you step mash or sparge cold? What are we talking about? Tyler Kipping, have you guys tried no boil methods? I have not. I know that's more an Australian thing. No, I'm thinking of no chill method. No. I would do it for a YouTube video, but I'd be too afraid just to do it. I mean, what's the point? You know, let's just bring it to boil. But I have not done no boil methods. I want to do a video no grain IPA. No grain IPA, number 6 on the backboard back there. And just try to do beer with dry malt extract or liquid malt extract. And I mean, it's not liquid malt, it would be dry malt, and just see what happens with it. But I don't know. Get a cube CH and do brew in a bag and go full Australia. Basic Brewing has several videos of no boiling brew. Definitely sounds like a brewlosophy question. I'm sure he's got topics on it, or I don't know if he focuses more on his podcast or his website, but I'm sure he's got something on there.
Back off, war child, seriously.
2 extra large, just satting. Theron is still here. He's got the wrench. Theron's the moderator. Him and the Bra Show. Basic Brewing has several videos on that. No boil brew. Shout out to Jorge Castro, man. Good looking out.
Wow.
Darren Blackwood. I'm getting there. Started drinking early from the Dodger games. It's still 1-0 LA. That's a bummer, man. That's a bummer, man. I mean, whatever. The Padres out. I'm just being a bitch. I'm just being a sore loser. I did a stout and it was good. Right on, right on. I'm thinking of trying an IPA seltzer. We're at that in homebrewing. We're at that in the industry. IPA hard seltzer. I mean, you've got all of the marketing tools right there. IPA hard seltzer. Straight sugar water with dry hops. Can we just pour a splash of vodka in it? That was pretty much the consensus to the last Clawhammer supply video. And they're like, all this tastes like high school vodka drinks. Every single one of these. I just noticed the LJN t-shirt. Yeah, Angry Video Game Nerd. It's funny too, Trent. His older stuff is way better. And he's got some clips, you know, as a little kid opening up a video game and you just tear the outside of the wrapping paper and you just open up that first thing and the game says LGN. You're just like, fuck, God damn it. LGN bought the rights to all the popular movies back in the late 80s and 90s, and the video games were just so bad. Friday the 13th on Nintendo, Back to the Future, Nightmare on Elm Street. LJN bought all of these rights and just made the shittiest games ever. Can't believe. I just wish Capcom bought them or Konami.
Wow.
Triple hop slushy seltzer. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I guarantee you that was LJN. Yeah, I had a bunch of LJN games. They were absolutely just garbage. And I love that Angry Video Game Nerd made a t-shirt of it. And it also supports, you know, the LGBT, the gay community, in my opinion. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? One of my faves. Jonathan Jorge Castro is 1070, fermented the same, 8% crushable. Add lactose for the body. Well, right on. 2.5 hours. Big shout out to everybody that's here. And this is fun, man. We're going to have, hopefully we'll have on, Kyle never responded to me on Instagram. But the week after that, it's going to be Apartment Steve. We're going to get some videos out. And this is it, man. This is my favorite nights of the week. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to play some Metroid Dread. Trent's coming up on 10,000 subscribers. I'll have a Nintendo Switch for him. Anybody that gets 10,000 subscribers, I'll get you a Switch or whatever you guys want for the new console.
Back off, war child, seriously.
24-hour stream, Alyaz Mohamed. Should we just keep it going? What time zone are you in, Mr. Mohammed?
Get over here!
Yeah, Metroid Dread shreds. Christopher Vodka, I would love to get Barbecue Larry back on, man. He's my hero. He's the goddamn man. Yeah, Larry rips, man. I wish he could put out more content. I know he's got a family. He's got a real job. He's a real person. Jorge Castro, let's keep it going. All right, we'll keep it going. Central Time. Is Central 1 hour or 2 hours ahead? How many time zones are in America? Delonius, All Night Brosh Fest. A day in the life of CH. If it was a 24-hour stream, we would have to be sober, or me and Maury would have to go in waves. 2 hours ahead. Because I think Arizona's 1 hour ahead. And then Tom Mellon, where has Prost been? I don't know. I've been thinking about Prost. I know Trent's talked to him. 4 time zones in the USA. Not including, 4 time zones in the continental USA. Jorge is the boss. The show must go on. Fair enough.
Wow.
Brian talked to Portly Gentleman. I was kind of worried about him. I don't know what's going on. I know that people kind of just get burned out or need time off YouTube or for whatever reason, but I haven't talked to Portly in a while, and I have not talked to Prost in a while. Prost is working on new videos. I love hearing that.
Come here!
He got a new job. I think I knew that. I don't know if Trent brought that up in the chat or if it was in our DMs, but I did know that.
Wow.
Goosefraba.
I know what we have to do.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What?
Just say it!
M. Say it. B. No. Say when.
C.
I got nothing left. If you guys want to do a little Q&A, I'd love to do that. Full disclaimer, I know nothing about homebrewing at all, but I can still give you my honest answer and opinion of whatever topic might be going on. I did that on my 21st birthday, 21 shots and 21 beers in 24 hours, Old Navy tradition. Thank you for your service, Andy B, but I highly recommend not doing that. My wife just chugged her first beer in the other room. She's an animal. Big shout out to Tom Mellon's wife. Hey CH, I just got my CO2 kit. Right on, man. Welcome to kegging, man. That's a huge leap in homebrewing, and I think the faster you do that, the more you're going to be involved in the homebrewing community, man. So big shout out to Jasper B, man. CO2 kit. Was that a Northern Brewer buy? 1-to-1. I love hearing that. Homebrew for Life Discord channel. Did I not put the link in the bio? I can put it in here right now. Nokia's coming out with a new phone. They're bringing the Snake phone back. I put that in the Discord today. I don't know why. In a beer Discord. There's some IT stuff in there. Some gaming stuff. Some production stuff. Let's go this one. Should be the Discord. Or a link to my OnlyFans. You never know. I got it from Cakeland. The duo tight looks fittings and super slick. Right on, Jasper B. That means you've made it past the hump. You've brewed a couple batches and you want to take it to the next level, man. So shout out to you, Jasper B. Thankies. I don't know what that means. Discord for life.
Wow.
Kegging is life. It could be a good t-shirt. It could be a good bumper sticker. Dennis Harding. Sad I still bottle. I mean, it's just more work, man. But Dennis, glad you're here. I have not seen your name show up before, but whatever works for you, man. Whatever works for you. I just try to make beer tutorials that are efficient for people and fast, turnover, hacks, stuff like that. So bottling is not in the repertoire of the Homebrew for Life what to do tutorial list, but I don't know. Maybe I could make a short on it. Best way to bottle. I don't know. Just pour the whole priming sugar pack into a pint of water and then pour it into your beer without trying to disrupt the grain bed or disrupt the yeast at the bottom. Don't stir the yeast up. Jasper B, loved your new update. How to homebrew video, by the way. Crazy to see your growth in the past year. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Jasper. Good looking out, man. You got the footage, I'm sure. Probably. God, it's only 8 o'clock. It feels like it's midnight. I hate daylight savings.
Wow.
Chris Vodka, CH, add a meme page to the Discord. Yeast and the Beast, I'm not going to do that because I kind of hate memes. I kind of have a love and hate relationship with memes. Jack Martino, CH, what videos do you have coming up? Smoked beer, sous vide. Are we even saying it right? Did the French say it differently? It's going to be an over-the-top cooking video. And I don't know. It's going to be whack. It's going to be whack. I was taking the scene today from the... you guys remember the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids when they're sleeping in the Lego and the scorpion is trying to kill them and the ant tries to save their lives and the scorpion kills the ant. It's going to get weird. It's always weird. But I'm using that clip for the video. How do I perfectly carbonate in a corny keg? Like what PSI and for what duration? The slow answer to that, or the old school answer to that, Lorenzo Ramirez, is I never set a corny keg over 10 PSI. I don't even put it at 8 PSI. I keep it around 5 PSI because it's a homebrew batch. That means it's 5 gallons. I don't want to waste 1 ounce. And my friends come over, and I used to have it at 12 PSI, and they would just sit there and pour out the foam, and it would drive me crazy. You're never going to have that happen if you do, if you set your PSI to 5 or 6. But with that, it's going to take about 4 or 5 days for it to perfectly carbonate without forced carbonating or quick carbonating. And that's the best I could explain that answer. You got to be patient. The Constant Tears. I'm like, why are you crying? 10 o'clock here. Chris Vodka. Yeah. Colorado time. 10 o'clock or 10:10. November 7, daylight savings, right? 4-hour time difference from Puerto Rico. 10 o'clock in St. Louis. Totally with you on the memes, specifically when it comes to any kind of group chat. Meme generation is just kind of a younger generation. You know, I got buddies in their early 20s or mid 20s. They laugh at memes all day. I can appreciate a good one, but it's kind of fucking obnoxious. Just staring at memes all day, just one word of, I don't know, a kid looking pissed off and who can have the funniest quote for it. I don't know. I think maybe I just grew out of it. Picked up the Blickman Beer Gun. We were talking about that earlier. The $100 one, Brian. Matt had that, and he vouched for it. For I know it's used for bottling. Can you also use it for canning? I don't know how that works. 40 PSI for 10 hours at 35 degrees for perfect carb. Yeah, the key to carbing is just pay attention to it, because overcarbing sucks. And if you overcarb your beer, it's not, just purge the shit out of it and just turn the mug all the way so it's pretty much perpendicular, and then just pour it super slow. All right, elementary, duly noted, man. Good to know, Braj. Hoping San Francisco pulls it out tonight. What is it, still 1-1? It's got to be what, the 7th inning? Game started at 5? Don Q, any words of wisdom on how to start from zero in regards to what? Brewing, kegging, carbonating, YouTube? Darren Blackwood, 6th inning. Right on. Thank you, Darren. I do 40 degrees at room temperature and chill it at 36 for 18. Works out great. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways. I guess the only way what I just said that's different from what these guys are saying is I have all my beers pretty much never at 10 psi. I just, I don't know. I mean, it's got carbonation in it. It's low carb, kind of looks like a Pacifico, but I just hate wasting beer. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy when I used to work at breweries or restaurants. And people just sit there, you know, my coworkers, these girls are just pouring beers and wasting so much beer and foam. It's like, guys, just change the PSI, turn the PSI down a little bit. Like, you guys are wasting so much beer. Like Deuce Bigelow when he sees like a fish like die, like a little guppy fish like out of water. It's like me seeing people waste beer, like, oh, run over there and just save the day. How long are beer lines? Mine are 10 feet. 10 feet is, you're never going to get, if you have, long story short, if you have too short of lines, you think like, hey, I only need 4 feet or 6 feet. There's a very good chance your beer is going to be extremely foamy. I don't know why that is. It just is. Yeah, cheers, Don Q. I don't chill my beer anymore. If people want to go from fermenter to keg to glass, that's how I do it, and it works. Shout out to John. Jonathan's been brewing for 10 years. That's almost twice as long as I have. Very good guy to know. Very good guy to talk beer with, too. Brian B. Voskavike stalls on me. This is the second time. I don't know. I used it for the first time, and it couldn't have been better. I'm drinking it right now. $10 feet. Yeah, the only bummer about 10 feet is just make sure that your fridge door closes. Sometimes there's a lot of hoses in there that you hit the door shut, but you don't hear the magnets stick together, and you look back and you're like, damn, okay. Larry did a great job explaining beer line, length, and foaming issues. Larry's got a good video on that, and Genus has a good video on that. Back when Genus was doing videos with Logan. There's this video, I want to troll Peter. It's how to deal with foamy beer. And Peter's talking with his hands so much, you either think he's on meth or it's in fast forward. But that's the video that I'm referencing in regards to. He's got a lot of interesting things in there. Don't pour a beer into a frosted or a frozen mug. That's going to increase the foam. I don't know how that would happen, but talk to 10 different brewers, you get 10 different answers. Not discrediting him. I just haven't done that, and it just doesn't make sense in my world, in my shitty brain. Delonious Monk, my bro CH covered beer line link in one of his videos too. I think I did at some point. There's only so many beer topics. Tyler Kipping, I know we talk about this all the time, but I miss Logan. Logan had a kid, and he just stopped drinking, and that's all I know. And even if I knew more, I would leave it at that. Jonathan Elliott, I don't believe in the anti-crystal malt. Yeah, that's kind of one of the bigger differences between Genus and Homebrew for Life is that they'll make a video like, hey, 6 different hops that are better than Stratus or something. It's like, I can't make that video. Because you can't prove that that's right or wrong. And I'm not discrediting Peter's recipe development, but there's no like solve for X with that. You know, 10 reasons why Simcoe is overrated or something. It's like, you can't really prove that. You can say it. You're just kind of talking beer or talking hops, but there's no I don't know. You're just kind of shitting on something or hyping something up. I don't know. Jonathan Elliott, that's why I like you. That's why I like you, Braj. Logan went Mormon. Did I say that out loud? Team Amarillo.
Wow.
The moderator is in. Logan's fishing video was actually pretty chill. I haven't seen that one, Delonius, but I'll check it out. I know you're up there. I don't know how close you are to Genus, but I know that they're right on the border of Idaho. Peter says he can run over there in about 20 minutes or something, or a mile or something of the sort. 10 reasons my dad can beat up your dad. Yeah, just kind of subjective stuff. Team Mosaic. But on the other hand, I'm the first to admit that Peter knows a lot more about recipe development than I do. I think he's read more books. I think he's got more experience brewing. I think he's got way more experience brewing on a commercial level or a homebrew level. And I don't know, nor do I pretend that I don't know. I just think that there's really no right or wrong answer. I think it's ultimately just comes down to beer trends. And if a beer is popular and they slap hops on that beer label or that beer can, all of a sudden that hop becomes popular. And that's how I think. It's not bad. It's not good. That's just a word that people recognize as a marketing tool. And I've had single hopped Galaxy beers. It was delicious. And I've had or smashed Galaxy beers, single hop. And I've also had single hop Galaxy beers at other breweries and it tasted like shit, or it was way too malty. So it's not the hops fault, it's just a different brewing style. It comes down to the brewing process. So to kind of throw a hop over or under a bus, it's just not my style. And I don't know. I don't know. If I was to do a podcast or a stream talking about, I'd want to talk about how they're different, not how they're better or worse. I wouldn't be like, use this yeast, it's better than that. I would just maybe want to focus more on the characteristics. Again, not trying to shit on the Genus channel. We're just different. Every channel has its kind of niche. And, Brian from last night, he's more of a review guy. And I'm more of kind of like a hack, save money guy. And Genus for sure is without question a recipe development guy. That's all I have to say about that.
Back off, war child, seriously.
4 or 5 hours, Stolonius. Okay, I knew that. I forgot, but that's like me to Santa Cruz or San Luis Obispo. That's pretty damn far. Just doesn't happen.
Wow.
Stifler's mom is hot. IPA. Oster. Team Stifler's mom. Mohamed Hells, yeah. Cascade. Cascade's the shit, man. And I say that because I've brewed good beers with it, and I think it's the original Sierra Nevada Pale Ale hop, and that works for me. If you want to tell me there's better hops out there or worse hops, that's fine, but I still like it. I trust Peter's sense and sensibility. I do too. I don't know. We just don't make those videos. We just do not make those videos. There's nothing fresh like Cascade. Cascade's it has to be a Pacific Northwest hop, right? Is there any hops in California?
Child, seriously.
How come there's not more hops in Northern California? We have the best weed in the world. How come there's no hops?
Wow.
I will crash Genius Brewing one day. Me too. And we're going to do the thing where we're not going to tell anybody. We're just going to show up. Like, hey, man, here's the camera. Peter, let's make it happen. The big C's always work. Cascade, Centennial. Cascade is the Pacific Northwest hop. Yeah. Citra. Citra was huge.
Wow.
Citra was huge. Citra was a girl in a video game, Far Cry 3, that I was in love with. And you see her boobies in the video game. And that made me love the hop. Just simple words and shit like that. As dumb as the story as that is, that's true.
Wow.
Todd Porter, Cashmere. I've never brewed with Cashmere. Probably because weed makes more money than hops. That's a good question. I don't know how marijuana works anymore. I don't know how. I know that all my friends who used to sell weed are super pissed off that it got legalized because now they don't make as much money. And not only that, but there's way more competition. People can buy weed from everywhere now. Back in the day, you had like a guy. You had one guy. It was a great time to sell weed. Now it's just, there's a weed store across from Booze Brothers. There's a weed store down here. There's one on every corner in Portland. Weed dealers do not like this. Cashmere is great and hazy. I'm going to make a coconut hazy IPA with El Dorado. And maybe I'll do Cashmere now. Just based off somebody bringing it up.
Get over here!
Support your local dealer. Fair enough. That could be a t-shirt. Support your local chill vibe.
Back off, war child, seriously.
I like it. That Citra El Dorado combo, though, smells, sounds, looks delicious. Yeah, I think El Dorado is like the most popular dry hopping hop. But I don't know. Let's call Peter. Peter, let's buzz you in, man. Where's Logan? What are you guys doing?
Wow.
Let's play some Mario Kart. The hazy white IPA I made was Cashmere and Citra. What is a white IPA, Todd Porter? I know what a black IPA is. I don't know what a white IPA is, though. Easton the Beast went to school here in Omaha, Nebraska at a trade school and was going to transfer to UNL, but got a design job, and it's all history. Good to see you here, Chris Vodka. You are the barrage. Anyone else use Peterboff Hop Farms? They give Yakima Valley a run for their money. Thank you, Jorge Castro. White IPA. IPA with wheat. Duly noted. Basically 2-row and wheat. Todd Porter. Okay. Both you guys have the same answer. I love it. Isn't it a white with wheat in it? Alyaz knows what's up. Yeah, I don't do too much wheat in my beers. Unless it's hazies. So the difference would be the yeast. The difference between a white IPA and a hazy IPA would be the yeast and the dry hop schedule. Maybe. I know people still dry hop the shit out of West Coast IPAs.
Wow.
$42 people, 3 hours, man. Cheers to everybody who's in here right now. Big shout out to Matt, especially all these East Coasters or anybody that's not in my time zone. Probably some Belgian yeast. You would love it. White IPA with Belgian yeast. Now Trent's thinking. Now he's got it all figured out. Oh. Dilly. Jonathan Elliott, he was on last week. Had a good time with him and Eric Lane. Got to get some of these Wednesdays and Thursdays filled up. I use Lallemand Verdant. Wheat beers are one of my favorite. Oh, if I had to claim it specialty, it's wheat beers. Only half done. I like it. Well, guys, I'm getting tired. I'm kind of running out of fumes. But again, I'm super stoked that everybody's here. I know Jorge is probably he's in the worst time zone for the happy hour. Really grateful that we're all here. That you guys are here. I'm going to get out of here, and hopefully there's a Homebrew for Life video next week, maybe a short, and then I'll see you guys Wednesday nights, man. I'll see you guys Wednesdays. Meso. Is it Meso or Maso? Sounds like something you can get at a sushi restaurant. Miso soup things. Hitting the hay. I'm out of here too, man. We're all out of here. Tom Mellon, have a good night, Braj. Jay Falk. Cheers eating good and drinking good. That's exactly right, Braj. Later, Tom Mellon. Theron, be safe, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. Theron, we got to get you on the happy hour, man. Love to have you on. Senor Bose, cheers, CH. Thanks, Braj. Good being here. I love how everyone comes out of the woodwork now. Chris Vodka, have a good one, man. Darren Blackwood, cheers, Braj. A Oster, love the participation, man. Later, Alyaz. Later, Jonathan Elliott. Thanks again for last week, Braj. Party Time Brewing, I'm going to get you on here as well, man. We're going to have a kick-ass time. Last question. Desert Island, one beer. What is it? Modelo. It'd have to be my favorite commercial Pilsner, either Modelo or Pacifico. Modelo's got less taste, so I'd probably get burned out on it less. Pacifico's got better taste. It's more distinguishable, but I think I'd get burned out less on Modelo. Kevin Fiddler, man. What's going on, Braj? HB Dale, have a good night, man. Aaron Barzamian, have a good one. Tyler Kipping, 5 more beers. I got to cut, man. Mandatory bedtime. MBT. Mandatory Metroid for Nintendo Switch, man. But that's it. Let's get out of here, and we'll see you guys next week. And Modelo Negro or normal? Definitely normal. Definitely the light stuff. Negro Modelo. Yeah, I'm going to go play it right now. I don't like reading that word Modelo, the dark one, anymore. I think it's kind of dangerous waters. The one that's not the black lager, the other one. Later, Braj. Later, Delonius. Let's get out of here. All right, everyone, have a good night. That's it. Cheers to eating good, and cheers to drinking good. Everybody be safe. Nobody do anything too crazy.